What is good? What is good, everybody? Happy fucking Tuesday, guys. I hope y'all are off to a good start to your day. Oh, word, Instagram's fucking working today, so that's even better. Let's go. How's everybody living today?
Loving
Man,
it.
we're here. We're blessed. We're living, brother. Ready to
Let's
call
get,
some sellers and make some shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so. You better be fucking ready because you guys got your asses kicked pretty fucking hard yesterday, didn't
Okay.
you?
Dude, I got
Yo,
my VA. It's an older guy, so he's hard to get a hold of. And I should have got him DocuSign earlier. But if he can get this guy back on the phone, we should be pretty good to go on a 65 pickup for 200 property. So
let's go. Send that over. You know we gonna move it.
it's in Tulsa too, so it shouldn't be that difficult.
We
Ooh, I
got
got.
buyers there. We just closed one there like a month ago. Fuck you, Jordan. We literally just closed on a fucking subject to deal there. Actually, it was a fucking little 4 or 5K rip. It's always the good ones. But let's start with these calls.
I think Louis is on the call right now. Louis, unmute yourself. Let's hear how that call's going, brother.
He's going to send it to my phone.
Oh, that's a loud one.
Yeah, I'm going to send my contact information right now. I'm going to work on getting this agreement going. Obviously, if the price is in that ballpark range of the 390, I think we can make something work. I just need to get your wife on the phone. That you send it to her. She won't see it until she leaves today, and I will. But you could have sent it to me, and I'll just give it to her. That's her. See what you guys talking about. Yeah. I mean, the thing for us is it's company policy to have you guys on the phone to go over the agreement, so that way if you have any questions or concerns, we can address them right on the spot. So I'm not going to send anything over to you right now. I'm going to wait till your wife gets home, and then when I send it over, then we can go over the whole agreement together. Okay, that's fine. But in the meantime, if you could just send me, like I said, just a couple pictures, kitchen, bathrooms, flooring, everything that's doing at the property there. And then I'm going to put a underneath these guys' butts, try to get that work done so that way we can move forward with this Flex Advantage program that we have going on.
Flex Advantage program.
Okay. I'll let her know. All right, I'll send you my contact information right now, and I'll just be waiting for some of those pictures. Okay, well, I'm fixing to go leave. I'll be gone for about 3 hours. Job site, and I work with surveyors, so that's I'm with beat one right now that I've been holding him off as long as I can. I thought we're expecting more rain today, and that's where I am. If it doesn't rain too hard, maybe I can get him finished at where you can. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. I mean, it's like I said, it's only a couple of those, just so we can get the gist of the work that they're doing and the basics. But like I said, I mean, I have my team in the background working like machines, or just making sure that everything's going to work on our site to get this property sold. So. Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling, and we'll get back with you tonight. Sounds good. I'll give you a call at 6 o'clock. If anything changes, just let me know. Okay, I will. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. All right.
Let's go.
So the price is good. I'll put that on the chat. I have
RV him about 540. The guy's looking for 390. He's doing some construction stuff right now. The construction guys are kind of slacking, which is fine. So I'm gonna help him get that crap done, and then we're gonna probably take it to market here. So, but yeah, that was a good call. I wish I could have got him locked in right now, but obviously his wife is not home to sign the agreement, so there's no need for me to be, sending the contract out to him now until we get her on the phone.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that. There have been times where I'll send it out and it'll still get signed, whatever, but like most of the time I ain't doing that.
I got my boy John on the phone. You guys want me to go to the next one right away?
Yeah. I'm going to bring
All right.
Kyle up and introduce him. My boy Kyle's coming in today, guys. So
Hey, John, how you doing?
Let me pull it up and I'm going to leave you on your end, Luke.
Yeah, I mean, I keep talking to these guys and they're stuck on that 500 number. I know that you want that 550.
No, you said yesterday it was 550, not 500.
Yeah, and they're still stuck on the number. They want a better price, but I told them I could probably do 550 if I can get to talk to you.
All right, I'm done. See what you can do.
You want me to just send the agreement over at 550 and then you just take a look at it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let me write it up here real quick, and then I'll give you a call right back so we can get it
All
done.
right, very good. All right. Take care, buddy.
Thanks, John. Bye.
Let me bring Kyle up really quick, guys. I'm going to mute Lou on his end and let's get it. Kyle, what is good, my brother?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Chilling, bro, chilling. So introduce yourself to the audience really quick, and then we're gonna fucking get right into this action. Let me just change this. There we go. Now you're
Let's
on
go.
the big screen.
So my name's Kyle. Been in real estate and wholesaling and investing for about 13 years now. Out of Arizona, so I kind of cut my teeth here. Back when wholesaling was a bit of a different world without a lot of the tech and tools that it has nowadays, but it's been a cool journey. JV Wholesales is basically our wholesaling joint venture leg. We do, I'd say 80-90% our direct deals right now. But getting ready to launch that, we're giving away all of our contracts for free and free app training. So a little background there. Got a couple of side projects. We'll probably save those for later dates, but no, super stoked to hop in here with you guys and close the deal.
Hell yeah, dude. The market's probably so fucking different from when you got started to now.
Yeah,
It's probably not even like you got texting automation that was never in those systems. Like so much fucking shit that's came out. So
yeah.
how is it? How are you dealing with like making all the changes and everything going into all this stuff that's coming down the pipe now?
I mean, it's entrepreneurship 101, right? So I'm 36. I've worked for myself since 19. It's all about pivoting and recognizing, what the patterns are, hopefully having some insight as to what's coming ahead and not getting stuck in the cycle, kind of behind the eight ball, like unfortunately quite a few people that I've seen since I've started in the business. But I mean, the technology is great. Honestly, we don't utilize a whole bunch right now. We're all inbound currently. So we're not doing much of the outbound stuff anymore. I used to have VAs that worked for me. I had 12 at my peak that were doing calls, and we've had pretty big operations. But from what I found, efficiency is really going to be the key factor between progressing to the next level versus just trying to be busy. And yeah, with our VA leads or ISA leads, we were probably looking at literally like 80 to 100 leads per contract. And with the PPC company we're with, actually just featured us because we're doing 7 leads to a contract, 9 leads to a close. So we're 50% better than industry standard across the board.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking fire. I love that, bro.
Yeah, it's dope.
Killing it.
That's awesome, Kyle. That's awesome.
I'm gonna have to try to bring him on here. My guy Louie is he's only been with me since the start of the year, but he's been absolutely killing it. So, 20 years old. So he's a stud.
I'm right here.
Make some calls.
No, yesterday we actually got a lead in, and this was an SEO lead. But from the time the lead came in, usually we're right on it because we do PPC, so all that stuff kind of jumps into our text and whatnot. This one hit the email. I didn't see it for 20 minutes. Long story short, sent it to him. Within 2 hours and 30 minutes of it coming in, even with that 20-minute lapse, we had it in the contract sign. And this thing's a year too.
That's fire.
Are you doing the PPC stuff mainly in Arizona, or are you doing it like nationwide now?
We just added Arizona, so I'm basically like West Coast, Southwest. So Arizona, New Mexico, California, Colorado, and then we'll do some Texas when leads come in there, but we're not focused there.
Got you. Isn't Arizona a hard market to do the PPC, and isn't it like really fucking expensive there apparently?
Yeah. I mean, just PPC is expensive across the board. But since I got my PPC account, I've jumped 4x on my budget, and I'm planning on now doubling that. I just got a property under contract that I'm flipping. So pending that closes well in about 30 days, we're going to yet again double. So I'll have done 8x since I started less than a year ago.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
They're treating us good. The ROI is definitely there. The lead quality is there. Like I said, just the efficiency factor. I'd rather have my guys doing follow-ups on quality leads versus just trying to look at, a whole bunch of new leads that aren't worth a grain.
No, 100%. That was one of the biggest lessons I had to learn in the business was like, there was one point I had like 1,000 leads in my CRM and I thought we were like fucking rich. And they were all in the follow-up queues and all that shit. And one of my old boys, Danny McBride, who's actually out of fucking Arizona too, he goes through my fucking CRM and he cleans everything out. And I think he might have left 5 leads. And he's like, these are leads. Those weren't. Like fucking literally humbled the shit out of me. And I was like, damn, bro, you're not fucking wrong. So I was basically spending so much time on the wrong people, like trying to like milk people that were like, yeah, I'll sell, but like, I'm not ready yet. Just give me a couple months. And I'm fucking sitting here like calling them once a week, stupid shit like that. And it was just like it didn't get us any good deals. They didn't get anything. Once we changed that perspective and I started only focusing on the people that we fucking should be following up with, that was when the whole change in the business started happening. Like we went from barely doing a deal a month to fucking like actually consistently closing a deal a month, shit like that.
Yep. 100%. No, and I mean, that's one of the main things that I tell people. Like I just simplified it to one of my guys yesterday, and I did his first ever deal with him probably like a year and a half ago, and now he's getting into lead gen and really getting into this more. He was a traditional agent that's wanting to transition, but he had a guy, and he's like, this guy calls me, he wants to help me. I don't know what to tell him, and I was like, if there's literally one thing you tell this guy, it's look for people that want to sell very badly or need to sell. Basically, the high level of motivation. You can have a distressed property, but the guy owns 100 properties and is sitting on 10 mil cash. He doesn't need the money. So just because the property is dilapidated or not being used doesn't necessarily necessitate that's going to be a good situation. The motivation is really where it's at. Obviously, if equity follows, you got a wholesale. If not, you have other different exit strategies you can look at. But motivation is what's going to get the deal done 10 times out of 10. So
on every strategy too, it's like no one's going to do a subject to deal. Let me take over their fucking mortgage. If it's not like there's no motivation, it's not like someone just woke up and they're like, oh yeah, sure, keep the mortgage in my name, let the fucking deed go in your name, and I'm down for that. Like, no, it's gonna happen when they're going through like foreclosure or there's like a real thing going down that like this is their only option to get the deal done. Yep. And that's when, same with the low cash offers, same with the fucking even novations. Everyone thinks novation's like, oh, they want too much, I could just offer novation. Like, if there's no motivation, you can't even do a novation. Like, you're gonna need motivation out of any fucking one of the buckets. So without that, the second there's none there, it's like, all right, I'm probably gonna just move on to the next fucking week now.
Exactly. Yeah, that's one of the things I'll press on. Like when I get someone new in, it's like, you can't tell me their motivation after your first intake call, like you didn't do an intake call, or like at least you missed the most crucial part of it.
Exactly. Yeah. If you don't know the reason they're selling and any of that shit, then you're fucked. Like, so many people try to skip over that part, and they think that it's just like an annoying question, or when they do ask it, sometimes people get pissed off at them, and it's like that is the probably most important question in the entire call.
Yeah,
because it's like once you get into that, you're gonna know fucking everything going on with that seller.
And that's personally what I lead with. Like I was just telling my buddy the other day, my act guy Louis. He was basically saying how just different, I guess, my style is from typically what he sees. I have been in sales long enough because I did sales even before I got into real estate. And I think one of the telltale signs is a good salesman knows who's trying to sell them what. It doesn't matter what product it is, where it is. It could be walking down the street and someone's trying to hustle you to you're at a car dealership, you know what I'm saying, and someone's trying to sell you a car. But a real true salesman, at least in my opinion, doesn't want to feel sold. So I definitely try to walk a little bit more of a finesse path to get these leads and to build rapport, to understand what the motivation is versus other, let's say, gurus out here that are kind of teaching just more hard sale techniques.
Yeah. Me and you were talking about this with like the hard sales side of stuff. And for me, it's like you do need it because there's always going to be ego. And I don't, when I say hard sales, guys, like anyone that watches me and fucking sees me close, you've never heard me like uncomfortably pressure a fucking seller where it's like, all right, Joey, you're being fucking ugly. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'll never be like raising my hands, like fucking sign the contract. Like, it doesn't go like that. But there is a level of pressure. Like the contract I got yesterday, they literally said, they were like, can we just like think about it? Like, I want to just talk to a couple people. And like, instead of just being like, yeah, no, of course, think about it, take your time with it. I literally just said, like, look, I completely understand you need to think about it, but like, what do you have to think about? And it's just like asking those right questions that gets the real issue. And then I found it, and then we solved it, and they signed the contract. So on that end, you have to add pressure, but it's like that's not high pressure sales, right?
No,
like I'm not
it's
sitting here like you're not getting off the phone with me until you sign the fucking contract. Like it's not like that.
Yeah. No, and then same thing yesterday. I mean, the guy yesterday when we closed the contract within 2.5 hours, he was like ecstatic, and he was just like, man, going into today, I was so nervous about how I was going to handle this, how much time it was going to take, the process, the level of difficulty. I can't believe I'm sitting here and 2.5 hours later, I'm signing a contract with you. And he was just like thanking us. He's like, thank you for making this super simple. You guys make me feel like relieved and stress-free. Obviously, we hit all the bases as far as what we offer, the conveniences, the value. We obviously pitched the prop very correctly for him to feel that way. And his final question, like, I kind of went through and did it's a 4-page contract, probably spent 10 minutes detailing it. And I was like, hey, man, basically all you got to do is click to sign. He's like, oh, man, my signature's already adopted. I was like, all you got to do is click finished. He's like, before I do this, he's like, that makes it really real. He's like, I just want to take a second. I was like, no problem, man. I was like, obviously I went through the contract. Anything else there you have questions with, I'm here. I want to give you enough info to make an informed decision. Next thing I know, he's like, do you have it? So it's like I was expecting him to even ask another question, but just kind of like leading him down and just, again, like, if you have something, let me know. I'm here to help. He didn't have anything specific. He just wanted that moment pause. And yeah, again, kind of a way to push past without, if someone's like, hey, like I'm at the hospital with my mom, I got to go. The doctor's here. Well, let me call you back in 5. Some of these guys I feel like are telling you to stay on the phone. Like, don't let them off the phone no matter what. Just like, that's, I think.
No, there's certain times where like, you gotta let them go. Like I've definitely had someone pull over on a highway or whatever and sign a contract with me. Like I've definitely asked for that. Yep. But like they were in the means to do that. It was like they were like, no, that's no problem. I'll go do that, sure. But like hospital, your mom's in the hospital, something like that. That's crazy. That's going on. Let them off the fucking phone. Yeah. Like there's no. You're sitting here holding someone hostage over a fear that someone else is going to sign a contract. Like you definitely gotta be aggressive a little bit. The reason you push is because it gets the result. It gets the real answer out of them. But once you have that real answer and they're like, no, dude, I'm really fucking at the hospital right now. I can't talk. I'll be like, well, just 2 more seconds. It'll only take 2 minutes. Like, no, dude, let them off the fucking phone. Yeah. That's when it's like, you're being too much with that stuff. But what you said too in terms of the finesse and them, I was talking to my dispo guy about this because we were physically doing calls before together, like before we got on our call this morning. And when he was on the phone with one of the buyers that was looking at our deal, and the guy's going to walk the deal, whatever. And at the end of it, the guy, like, he literally was like, yeah, so this deal's really good. Like, the market's really good. It's actually coming up. But it was actually the Perry deal. We have a walkthrough for the Perry deal right now.
Oh, right on.
And he's like, trying to sell it, and I'm like, whoa, we don't, what the fuck are you trying to sell right now? Like, we don't need to sell anything. The guy's already going to watch it, like walk it. He knows what he's getting himself into. And the one thing in a sales situation that you never want to do is have someone feel like they're getting sold.
No.
If you feel like I'm trying to sell you, the second that you get that feeling, you're turned off. I don't care if I'm talking about a pack of gum or if I'm talking about a fucking $1 million property. The second you get that feeling, you're just like, no, I'm good. And it's like it creates uncertainty. It literally makes you. It creates sketchiness almost. Like you feel like I'm not trustworthy now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because again, I mean, if you're selling something, that typically means you're making something. People don't do sales for free, so that means like what's your advantage, and it makes people feel that way. Like my number one favorite way to frame and disarm that is, hey, look, my whole goal here is not to be pushy and salesy with you. All I want to do is give you enough information so you can make an informed decision, and that way, when you go into your pitch, it comes across as information as you framed it as such.
So that's your upfront agreement is basically like, I'm not going to push you with anything, but I want you to at least have enough information to make a decision. And if you do, it's great. If not, it's great. Kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm super passive. I'm like, look, I'm taking a back seat. Like, I'm here to understand what you need. I'm here to understand your goals, your time frame, number aside. Obviously, that's going to be important, but I want to make sure the rest of the deal aligns with being as stress-free as possible and whatever your timeline is. So, I'm always backseat. Like, I'm here to move at your pace. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to push you. You tell me. I'm here to help if you want it. If not, not a problem.
100%. No, that's the way you got to be. With me, like, I instead of say it, I just do it. Like, they'll feel it. They never feel like they're getting fucking pressured.
Correct.
But, like, with the upfront agreement, it's like when you set the stage for the call, however you want to set it, that's the way the call goes from there. That's the best way to grab fucking control of your calls, guys. Like, not just telling them that fucking we're going to be signing contracts, whatever, but it's like you have to have that upfront agreement. Every salesperson, if you are a real salesperson, you in your pitch, you have some form of an upfront agreement that grabs control of the call, sets the stage for the call, and make sure that fucking you have control. Because if you don't control the call, I remember when I used to fucking do this shit and like I didn't have a script, so I would just wing it on every fucking call. And I would get taken for a ride almost every call. Like, I'm thinking the call's going to go one way, and they are literally driving the fucking car. Like, they're taking me everywhere they want to go, and then they're like, okay, well, this was a good conversation. Have a good day, man. And I'm like, whoa. I didn't get to get you a fucking offer yet. And it's like, well, don't have time anymore. Sorry. And I have nothing to go back on now.
Well, I mean, the script, in my opinion, is kind of like when you go on Google Maps and you map an A to B, right? You have that line that takes you directly to your ultimate path. I mean, if you need to pull off and hit a Circle K or, you miss a turn, and as long as you get back to that path, that's the thing. And I think that honestly, veering off the path is the number one biggest thing to focus on. And that's what I try to emphasize to my people is you hear a dog bark in the background, let them know that you have dogs. I have 7. It's a conversation starter. You talk to them about something personal. You relate on a personal level. And that's what's going to get you in the game with them to where they're really dedicated. I had a guy last week that told me he's going to go with our company. After talking to me, he had another company. He didn't even hear my offer yet. And I was just like, that's super interesting. But like, you build enough rapport, people like to work with people they like. So getting off that path, obviously you want to veer them back, and that's kind of control the call. Another thing I always look at is who ends the call, who basically is the one who at the end is ending the call. I think that's a big sign of control. But, if you can be ending your calls that you're making, I think that's pretty stellar for, just an overall total call control.
Especially for talkers, because there's a lot of times where people will talk your fucking ear off and you don't end the call, and you're literally just like, you waste an hour of your time hearing about their Aunt Daisy that has nothing to do with anything. And like, sometimes they're worth it if they're the right person,
right? But
you better know up front if they are or not. What I mean? That's why like the first 3 questions, I'm like right into it. I'm like, all right, like, what do you want? If I got you an offer that made you happy, we're ready to start the process today, and are all decision makers on the call. Once we get past that point, now I'll listen to fucking Aunt Daisy for the next 10 years. I don't care. Like, we'll get a deal done.
Yeah, but I'll be checking on PropStream too, just making sure the equity's there.
Make sure that it's like actually, like the second they go more, it's like, yeah, let me make sure I can actually do something here.
Yeah. Like while they're monologuing, I'm like sitting here like, okay, cool. They bought it 18 years ago for like 20K. Like we're in the gold.
You see that? You heard that? That's the key thing. Why they're talking, he's getting it. That's what I keep on focusing on these guys about. So that way, when the contract and you get to the end of the call, all you're doing is sending the contract. That's all you're doing. It's not like wait for me to type. It's done.
Well, and honestly, like Realtor.com is the resource. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but like that's going to be the resource for pictures 9 times out of 10 when you're looking for like old listing photos, because Zillow takes them down, but Realtor doesn't. So I always tell my guys, go there too. And I'm like, if you got a photo set from the last 5 years, walk them through their property, right? Hey, I just wanted to check, it looks like the the bathroom's got the blue tile in it and, you know, kind of that old pinkish this and that. And it's like you're asking them questions like, is this all the same? How does this, you know, match up or sense this? Like, what have you done? What changes have you made so they can get a good visual? And instead of asking all these questions, like being able to tell somebody and speak with intelligence, I mean, works so freaking good. Like my guy nailed it. I just brought this to his attention a couple weeks ago and he's loving it. He's like, dude, anytime I can get info, it's just like, you know, and then again, like you go do your Google search of Zillow and Realtor have a different square footage. Now you have a pertinent question to ask. Hey, look, I'm seeing here it's 1,400 and here it's, you know, 1,800, or there's a difference in beds and baths. And you can really dial into the good questions versus getting it signed and then you're like passing it to Dispo and they have all these questions for you and you're just like, oh shoot, like we're not even ready to market it yet. We're burning time on the clock.
No, 100%. Well, we're very big on our team on just making sure everything's buttoned up, and if it goes over to Dispo not buttoned up, it doesn't even go to Dispo. It actually gets sent back to me, like if I'm on the acquisition. So that's like the biggest thing is just making sure that you gotta make it easy for your fucking team, and you have to make it easier for your buyer. Fuck your team. At the end of the day, it's like the business. Our buyers are the ones that get us paid. So like if we don't make it easy on our buyers and we're sending them out a deal and it's like there's either conflicting information or just not enough information, right? Like it's like a fucking buy and hold coming with a tenant. Tenants are not month to month, they're on an annual lease and you're not marketing it as such. And it's like now they got to ask you this stuff. Now they were interested as a flip, but it's a fucking hold and it's not a deal for them. And you wasted your time, you wasted their time. And it's like the little things. So the one thing that one of my really good mentors taught me was just fucking make it easy. Like keep it simple, kiss it, keep it simple, stupid, whatever the fuck it is. It's like just make sure that when you present a deal to a lender, to a buyer, they can look at it and in 2 seconds it's like, this is the price, this is what I can get for it on the back end, this is the rehab, here's a picture link, I can click it right here. And if it's like a commercial multifamily deal, like here's the current rents, here's the future rents, here's the pro forma, whatever, here's the packet of the financials. The easier you make it for people, the more likely they're gonna buy, especially when if you're a buyer and we market, you're probably getting about 100 calls a day from guys like us trying to sell them our fucking deals.
Yep. Yeah. No, I mean, you have to lock it. And that's the thing is, you know, good point, but the value has to be there. Obviously it's a value driven business, but not only that, with the current standard of marketing, let's call it, it's a lot of spam, you know, it's text blast, it's email blast. So people are so inundated with looking at deals all day. It's almost like I had to quit it to girls. You know, when a girl's hit up by guys all day, it's like the instant go-to is swerve, right? It's like swerve, and that's what a lot of these guys do. That's why, you know, the relationship factor is huge. I always tell people it's like try to hand strangers some candy and then try to hand it to your friend. Which one's going to take it from you easier? You know, I've literally sold deals to investors that other people have hit up in my main market and they didn't even look at the deal. And then they'll buy it from me, you know, but it's just like, again, trust is a huge resource with Dispo for sure. But the way you build trust is coming across polished and explaining how someone's going to profit from the deal. Otherwise they're not going to look at it. They're not going to take their time to dig and analyze because to them it's another email and probably not a deal.
That's usually 99% of them are, and that's what their mind is until you prove them it is. It really does be like that. And the relationship, bro, that's the biggest thing on fucking Dispo that everybody fucks up. They just they look at it as there's so many buyers, so like I don't care about this one buyer. When it's like it ain't like that. We're actually the girl. We're the ones DMing the girl. We're not the girl. So we gotta understand that.
Yeah, no, and you get one first impression if it's someone new, right? And ultimately, I mean, it's your reputation. You know, when you're sitting here like, hey, you want to go out? And they don't respond. You're like, you want to go out? You want to go out? You want to this? And you just keep hitting them up randomly. It's like you're killing your first impression. You're killing your reputation with them. And same thing, you're sending out deals that they don't respond to probably because they don't either fit what they're looking for. The numbers don't equate, whatever. You know, it's pattern. It's habitual. Like I'm sure you guys have heard that, like say silk 5 times fast. And you ask, what do cows drink? And people say milk. It's because milk rhymes. Like your brain creates patterns. Even back when I was a traditional agent, I'm like, someone walks in this house, the first 3 things is going to be the mindset. So if they're like, I like it, perfect. Now they like the house. If they're like, oh, there's a hole in the wall, there's this, there's that, the first 3 things are going to get in that pattern. They're going to be looking for negatives or positives. So, basically trying to cement that in. If you can get some positive, good emails out, they see 3 good deals, they're going to look at your deals more heavy. If you're sending out stuff just to send it out, you're getting contracts, you don't have deals, they're just not going to pay attention. So it's literally the easiest way to kill not just your open rates and visibility, but your actual business.
100%. And I definitely did that at times last year. There were times where we were just setting out contracts that were not good deals, thinking they were going to stick, and they didn't. And we probably brought some good relationships. But all that matters is, as long as you can bring good deals, eventually you will be good. Because I know there are some new wholesalers out there that are probably like, fuck, well, how do I know if it's a good deal or not? Don't get discouraged, guys, and be like, fuck, I can't. Like, I have to really know it's a deal. Obviously, make sure the numbers are there. Don't fucking send them some shit that Zillow says 200 and you're trying to send it to them at 200 when the ARV probably is 200K. But make sure that there is numbers there, and as long as there are, send that shit out and fucking make sure you communicate. And if a buyer shits on your deal, like, ask them for good feedback and don't be egotistical with it. Just ask them what's going on. If you have experience, right, and they're like, oh, ARV's 300, and you know damn well it's fucking 350, and like you have comps, there's actives that are pending, like you're good, then yeah, go to war. But be careful how you choose that war, is what I'll say. Because a lot of times, like, you'll battle with a buyer and it's you against them when it should be you with them, trying to see if the deal makes sense for them. That's it. Not like it's fucking Kyle's my buyer and I'm literally like screaming at Kyle like, how dare you not see this ARV at 350? It's like, nah, bro, that ain't ever gonna get the deal done, I promise.
Yeah. The customer is always right. It's like, hey, your numbers are way more important than mine. I'll tell them that, but I have a difference of opinion. So like, let's hop on a call. Like, what I'd love to do is a couple of minutes of your time is going to give me your perspective and lens of how you look at deals, so I can better send you stuff in the future. If I'm wrong, I want to be educated. Like, there was a deal in Cali and I was like, oh man, we got this slick deal. Literally, you'd never be able to tell if you didn't live there, but the next block up, which was right behind it, there was no defining border, was a different neighborhood and values were completely different. So we just locked this thing, and then it finally took someone to tell me, hey, look, no, this right here is this neighborhood and this one's this neighborhood. So I looked it up and I was like, awesome. So the education helps. You learn going forward to not make the same mistake twice, which is huge, and you make them feel heard and understood. Because then we would kind of just talk numbers and said, okay, like, I understand from your perspective, or like you said, I have this comp here to substantiate this. Here's what I'm seeing, and you open that dialogue, but you should at least be able to intelligently stand behind whatever price you price it at. And the numbers have to obviously equate. So it's like, if you can't hit that, then you shouldn't be trying to massage the deal. You shouldn't be looking for comps that support a value that makes the deal seem like it makes sense. You should be looking at actual, unbiased comps, closest stuff, quarter mile, no main roads, no substantial differences.
How do you keep your dispo manager's mindset in the right place when they're going through that? Because from my experience, there's gonna 99% of buyers are going to literally shit on your deal the second they look at it, no matter what. Even if not, whether shit on it or ask for a discount on it, right? Like, it's just, we're in the business of wholesaling. We're fucking selling to buyers that are gonna hit us low. So how do you keep your dispo guys' mind in the right, or gals' mind in the right mindset, that they don't get discouraged and lose faith in the deal even though the numbers are still there?
So it's funny because I have a more veteran dispo, and my girl just started doing dispo a couple of weeks ago. Her first week she landed 2 that she moved, so she was like all on cloud 10. She passed cloud 9, she was up there and she was loving it. We had one of the deals where the people deposited 10K EMD non-refundable, Lompoc. I think I brought that one back to you. And these people ended up backing out, and she was just highly discouraged. So it's really interesting from the mindset of someone getting into the industry versus not. And I told her, I was like, honestly, like, I love this for you. I want you to have these difficult ones, deals falling out up front, so you get a real good understanding. You don't want someone to go through and for 6 months, everything's working perfect, and then stuff starts falling apart. That's even more difficult because they have that unrealistic expectation that things are just like hunky-dory. And I told her, I was like, we make money because we deal with problems. Whether it's the problems for a seller, the problems for title, a property, whatever, the squatters, you name it, like, we're problem solvers. So I was just like, expect problems. Like, that's the number one thing, I think, setting the expectation for them. And then I talk them off the ledge too. So my more experienced dispo, I'm trying to explain to him, don't get too high. and don't get too low. Try to keep yourself centered. We closed, I don't know, I think it was a $90,000 deal last week, and like no emotions. Everyone in the office is hipping and hollering and cheering, like good job and congrats. And I was like, what about the next one? Like this thing's closed. Like we need to not be looking back. Like, if anything, yeah, like I'll take my like 20 seconds to be like, awesome, cool, breathe a sigh of relief. Maybe I'll pop a song on, you know what I'm saying? Just like brief intermission. But just because you close a big deal doesn't mean you stop work for the day or the week. So
no, 100%.
Limit that. And when I see him too, I'll talk to him. I'll just be like, yo, like, what do you need? 30 seconds, a minute? Like, take your time, feel it, but then let's move on. My saying is 1 out, 2 in, a deal falls out, put 2 more in its place. It's just going to help you basically, get to where your numbers need to be. And we had some crazy stuff. We had a $40,000 deal fall out the day of close, the seller going to the title company, and the lender ended up pulling out on the buyer side. So we've had some crazy instances where I'm just like, if you don't feel like you're getting kicked in the nuts, then you don't care enough to be in the business. So I was like, you should feel that, acknowledge it, but don't curl up into a ball, because all I can tell you is it's not going to get you where you want to go. So
yeah, curling up in a bowl ain't going to do shit for us. You got to have thick skin in this business. That's part of it. And for me, I try to make them see the past right now, because like we've had a lot of deals the last like 3-4 months that basically were like no hope deals at the end of it, right? Like it was like, we're getting pretty fucking close to canceling this. It's been a month and a half. It hasn't sold yet. And then like fourth quarter, fucking 30 seconds left on the clock, down by fucking 3. We hit the fucking field goal, bro. And this shit goes through and we're good. And it's like $25K assignment fees on some of these, 30 on some of them. So it's like showing my dispo guy that, because now there's times where like obviously things aren't going to always go your way. There's going to be deals that fall through, whatever. And I just try to show that like you can't lose faith in the deal until like literally it's canceled. Like you basically have to believe in that thing until the day of cancellation.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset that I'm trying to preach and build into the team. And it's a hard one, bro, because it's not easy when you talk to 20 people and 20 people are like, not a deal. This is the war zone of an area. No, I don't do fire damage. Whatever the thing is on that deal that's wrong with it. And it's like they're telling us what we already know. But like you hear it so many fucking times. So it's kind of hard not to get discouraged in that moment, because fucking you've already heard it from 20 other people. And like some of these guys are like the investors in this area. Mm-hmm. So when they hear that and it's like, oh my God, this is the guy in the area. So like if he won't take it, then no one's going to take it. But I think what a lot of people don't understand on the dispo side is like a lot of times that guy that is the guy in the area, he is literally getting everyone's deals no matter what. And he has been doing this for so fucking long that like, unless it's a home run, he ain't touching it.
Yeah.
Like it has to be like a triple digit flip type shit for some of these big guys to even touch the deal. And I think that's now my team's starting to see that side of it and starting to understand where like some of the deals we couldn't move, they sold to newer investors, and it is what it is. They're going to buy a little bit higher. It's just how the business fucking goes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, you gotta like, in my opinion, have a good, nice like pep talk with people. And like, honestly, sometimes I'll even try to pop people's bubble that try to start this. I'm like, look, like if you find wholesaling and you're smart enough to find it, don't be stupid enough to quit it. You know what I'm saying? That's my motto. But I want to make sure that before you jump in with both feet, that you're prepared for what, you're about to hit in this water. And I usually just tell them, like, my biggest analogy that I use is it's like banging your head against a brick wall. I'm like, those cement walls you got in the back, like you literally, that's what acquisitions is. You start banging your head and you bang your head, you're going to bleed, your head's going to hurt, but eventually you're going to break through. And when you break through to the other side, it's a beautiful place because you're getting paid in thousands, not hundreds. You're not sitting here slaving, like you're actually like starting to use your time really, really wisely. And you're getting out of the corporate structure, and it's super scary, right? Because it's like going from a pool into the ocean. Like there's infinite possibilities, there's infinite depths, there's infinite heights, but you're basically in control for making sure that you can at least float. So it's scary to most people, but I think that working for yourself, in my opinion, is more job security than working for someone else. I know people around COVID that were going to get their, their 50 or not 501s, their 401s, or their, like all their benefits and whatnot. And they were fired a couple of years before benefits hit, thinking that they were super safe because they've been there for so long, and something like COVID, happens and everyone starts to restructure, and it's just scary. Like you really don't know. You know, it's like for those people who are playing on retirement in a couple of years that have to restart over, it's insane. So I'm just like, look, I might as well take my life into my hands. You know, I want to work on my terms. Luckily, like I said, I've been fortunate to do it for 17 years now and not work for anybody else. And just, I think that's the blessing, right? I tell people you could be a doctor or a lawyer, but try to reschedule a surgery or a court case. They make a lot of money, but they don't have that time freedom. So that's really what I want to do. I wake up, go to Zoomies, I get my like Empire. This is like dressing up for me. You know what I'm saying? This regular t-shirt. Normally I'm in my like color printed shirts, you know what I'm saying? Just sitting here like, but you know, the comfort is what I earned, and my commute is walking upstairs. So yeah, I wouldn't trade that for the world, let alone the money aspect. When you really get a good pulse on what you're doing with this business, you can make it consistent like anything else.
Nah, it's a fact, bro. Like literally the last month we paid our team more than I've ever paid any team my whole career, and that was a fucking beautiful feeling. Like they made more money in 1 month than they made in fucking years, honestly, with some of them, which is fucking sick.
Yeah.
But the beauty of it is like I got stem cells on Thursday last week, right? Like the middle of the fucking day. And I was still on my end of day meeting. You know what I mean? Like this was like I got injected with the fucking stem cells. I'm out of the office the entire day. And like if I had an in-person type of thing, I would have to like either commute back to the office or someone else would have had to hold the end of day meeting.
And hope you're not gonna get fired for asking for some time off.
Yeah, yeah, bro, I would have probably gotten fired for asking because God forbid I have fucking back problems and I got to get it fixed. So that feeling of like, and I didn't realize it until my boy pointed it out that I was with. And I was like, this is so fucking dope. Like I literally am sitting in a car right now. Like we're going to go hang out, like me, my wife, him and his wife after I just got fucking stem cells. And I can sit here in the car and be in my end of day meeting and have a productive ass meeting. Like we got like everything that needed to get done in that meeting got accomplished. Like I was fully present during that meeting. It wasn't like I was like there, but not there. And just that feeling of that freedom is like, I mean, obviously I live in Colombia. I can call with my fucking shirt off. There's a lot of freedoms that you get from this shit. But the reality of it is it's just being able to fucking, it's the time freedom. That is really the beauty. Like I can go, as long as I have money in the bank account, I got to always preface that. But as long as I have money in the bank account, I can virtually travel to wherever the fuck I want, when I want. And there's no one that could be like, oh my God, Joey, you have to stay home for this week because we have this deadline coming up. It's like, no, I don't have to do anything. I can go do it from a hotel room. I can go do it from a fucking restaurant. Wherever the fuck we got to be, you can get it done in this business. And that wholesaling specifically, that's the beauty of this shit.
Yeah, and or virtual flipping, because I mean I'm doing that too. But yeah, I mean same thing. Like anything you can do from your phone or a laptop, I think is like in today's day and age with technology hugely preferred, because then you could be anywhere that you want, on a beach, on a boat, you know, getting stem cells and yeah, I mean it's just a beautiful vibe to be able to do. And I was gonna say I know you can vibe with this one, but I remember when it got really real for me is I woke up in the morning, got a call from a seller that I talked to the day before. And I sat there, grabbed my laptop. I literally just woke up in bed, send out a contract, get it signed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I looked down and I'm like, I didn't even put pants on yet. You know, like I just made 20 grand this morning in my boxes before I rolled out of bed. And I was just like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real.
Dude, that's the shit that it's fucking about right there. And it's like people probably think I'm such a tool for fucking having my shirt off up here at all times. But it's like, this is my freedom. You know what I mean? Like I used to have to wear a fucking suit to work every single day. I couldn't close a deal from my fucking bed on a laptop. I'd have to go in person, have them fill out a fucking insurance application, get their social, get all the bullshit. Like that wasn't really, I mean, maybe you could do it virtually, maybe, but like not at the level that you could do the stuff we're doing now virtually. And it's just the fact that if you've made hundreds of thousands of dollars from your fucking home, you're free. Like my favorite part of wholesaling is like we actually physically create our currency. Like literally create money out of thin air. Because without us, that money it's not like we're selling a service that we're getting a commission on or something like that. We're literally creating a contract with the homeowner. We find a buyer that wants to buy that contract, and we win something that is literally almost like fictional. Like it's almost like imaginary. Like we fucking literally get paid an assignment fee for putting that deal together that doesn't exist without, like, if we never made that assignment fee, we never got paid and that deal never existed.
Yep.
So just the fact that we could write contracts like that from wherever and it's that level of freedom is fucking, granted, there are people that are going to fuck it up for us and it's definitely going to get regulated one day, unfortunately. But even with the regulations, get your fucking licenses, whatever you're going to have to do, and you'll still be fucking free to do it from wherever.
Yeah. I mean, like anything else, it should be regulated because unfortunately a lot of the education space out there, in my opinion, doesn't teach a lot of the basic 101s. Like, it's amazing how many people don't understand what an actual wholesale is, what makes a wholesale legal, what you have to do to make sure that you're not committing, a felony, acting as an agent without a license, keeping yourself on hot water, and that's where I'm starting my trainings. Is just like, here, understand the nuts and the bolts of like what a wholesale deal is, like what's a bilateral contract, right? Like, let's get into like the actual terms. I know it's, like nerdy, but like, what does that mean? So understanding a contract between you and the seller, no one should be able to come in between. Just a lot of these new guys don't have even basic contract knowledge, let alone how equitable interest really works, or that they're selling a contract, not a property. So, to me, it's like starting there. I'm not going to name names, but there's a guru that's popped up recently, and I talked to a couple of people from their organization, and yeah, he was like, man, they have us sending out contracts, and I don't even know what it means. Like, I don't know like what the contract says, but they're just like, send it out. And I'm just like that's that's interesting advice. I was like, just understand that your name, if it's on that contract, inherits all that liability and risk. So if you don't understand that contract, you're not going to be in this business long. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what you're supposed to be upholding and you're sending your name to something you don't understand or really can't agree to because you don't understand, I was like, that's troubling to hear. But
they probably thought it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, they probably thought it's like, oh yeah, I didn't even know the fucking what's on the contract, but I sent it anyways. Like, bro.
Yeah,
you deserve to get sued.
And when you see that, I'm like, okay, like I agree, there probably needs to be some sort of like, a regulation of sorts, or just some more strict like guidance, something. I don't know. I don't follow the guru model super closely. I'm sure some out there have some pretty decent like education, but I haven't seen one that I could stand behind to be like, okay, start to back, like you're really teaching people what to do. It's more like, okay, here's how you get a deal, right? Like they want to teach the actionable steps because most people think that that's the best place to start. And like for money, for sure, you got to put action behind it. But if you don't know what's going to keep your actions legal versus not, like that's a huge deal because ignorance is no excuse for not knowing the law. Like you get in trouble, they're not going to care. So
you can't be like, I didn't know the speed limit. Like, no, you were fucking speeding. I don't care if you knew it or not. You were speeding. There's no getting around that. So 100%. And that's why I started my coaching community. Because like I fucking saw the coaching industry. I was in so many different mentorships. Jordan was in a couple with me. And I got to the point where I was just so fed up with the way that it was getting run that I was like, I gotta do fucking something. And I don't want to do a 50K membership. I don't want to do a 10K membership, a mentorship, whatever the fuck it is. I was like, I want to do something that's cheap enough that everyone can afford, but expensive enough that everybody fucking shows up. So that's what we did, the $200 a month school community. And that's my biggest thing is like, if I don't know shit, I bring people in. But most of the stuff that we go over, we do a shit ton of practical stuff, but we also go over like how the fucking contract should be fucking spoken about, how to go over your contract with the fucking seller, not just send it to them and pray and hope that they fucking sign it, but actually know what the fuck's in there. Because like, you do need to know every line of, like, think about this. Kyle, I go to send you a fucking contract, right? And I go to, like, you have a question on it, and I'm like, wait, hold on. Let me ask my partner what that means, because I've never seen that one before. And it's a one-page fucking agreement. Like, are you kidding me? You couldn't take an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours to go learn this one-page agreement that you're going to be sending out probably every fucking day of your career. That shit's unacceptable. I mean, that shit, not only is it unacceptable, it's just outright stupid. Like, you can't, like, you lost confidence in me the second that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And like, there's a difference where it's like, if you're on my acquisition team and they get fucking trained on it too, but you're like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I think I know what this means, but like, give me 2 seconds. Let me call Joey. He's the one that actually like really knows this shit. Give me 2 seconds. I'll get him on the phone. That's a little bit different than like, I have never tried to look at this fucking contract and I have no idea what the fuck's in here. My bad.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
and you could not even have the issue of not knowing what the contract is, but just the confidence is key. And I was teaching my act guy because I'm getting him to the point where he's now starting to submit, the initial offer, which is obviously going to be the lowest, and then we have the MAO, the max allowable offer that we go to. And he says I'm a lot, and I called him out on that. I said, you got to record yourself. That's the number one way that I've learned to improve myself. You're your own best critic. Record and listen for the ums, listen for the likes. And I think we've been on that for like a week and a half, and he's improved tremendously. But he would be talking to sellers, and because he's nervous, because it's new waters and he's got to present the offer, the uhs and the ums killed the confidence right there. And I'm like, that's just as bad as saying you don't know what the contract reads. I was like, you don't have to fill silence with noise. It definitely sounds timid and uncertain. So I was like, this is the reason you're going to get shot down right here is if you present an offer to someone, you're like, well, so the offer came in from the underwriters, and it's $200,000. It's like, that sounds so not confident that if you can't stand behind your own offer, how do you expect them to?
exactly. And I always teach confidence is created through confidence, which means like the more time your acquisition guy does this pitch, the call recording's 100%. You got to listen to where you're fucking up. You got to listen to tonalities. You got to listen to voice inflections, all that stuff. But it's also the repetition. The more times that he goes through it, give him 2-3 weeks, he's never going to say the word again on these fucking phones when he's making an offer, because we'll have made 10, 20, 30 offers by then. And it's like, same thing for us, like when we first got on the phones, right? Like, if I wish I had call recordings from day one. Like, I really fucking wish I did.
I do. It's crazy.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I literally, bro, when I started, I pulled a list of luxury properties, and I was just like, for shits and giggles, like, I'm going to skip trace them. It took me like a week to skip trace, probably like 12, 15 by hand. And my mentor, whose name was Nate Martinez, he owns like 7 Remax offices. Big shot, dude. He's got crazy volume coming in. It's insane what he does. But I was like, hey man, I'd like you to call these, and I would love to hear your phone mannerisms and kind of how you handle these calls, just to get some confidence, hear someone do it, and then I can do it from there. And after 2 weeks of him not calling, I just got sick of it. And I was like, fuck it, I'm picking up the phone. So I started banging my calls, and first day we literally hit with this lady, and I have this call recorded, and I'm like, I'm a brand new agent. I've never done a deal before, but Nate's my mentor, and he owns these offices, and he does luxury, and I start selling him. And that's kind of what I learned. I was like, it's great if you don't have experience to join a team. And same thing I told my girlfriend. I was like, lean on us. Like, everything the team has, you have. So, X amount of years of real estate experience and a licensed agent, that's an owner and blah, blah, blah. But, leaning on what you do have is a big thing. But yeah, listening to that call back and how green I was, I remember exactly where I was driving in the car. Like you said, I literally pulled over to take this call because I was like that nervous that she answered, and things were going super well. But yeah, landed a $900,000 listing from the phone call for my first batch of 15, and house had an elevator in it up in Moon Valley, probably at least a $2 million house now. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. I remember I was sitting there looking to join someone's team, and I got the call that she signed the listing agreement, and they're like, you just signed a $900,000 listing? They're like, I haven't even had one. And I was like, they're probably in the business like 20 years. I was like, cool, I'm not joining your team then. Like, obviously, let's do it a little bit higher, but yeah, I mean,
they were flowing that day.
Yeah, pick up the phone and do it, and just be genuine. I think that was what got me through it. Like, the genuineness of being honest and just being like, look, like, I'm new, but I'm going to bust my ass for you. Like, my mentor's not going to let me fail. I got his support and guidance and, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, just sometimes telling people you're new is a benefit,
Bro, and it's funny because people are so afraid of that. Like, I literally have heard so many new salespeople come in and they try to act like they got all this shit together. And it's like, bro, they're going to see right through you. Like, I know that you don't know what you're saying. I know you're reading a script right now because I hear it. And it's like, and I don't even have to know the script you're reading to know you are. So it's like, accept it, acknowledge it. Don't be afraid to be like, I am fucking new. I have a team that has been doing this way longer than I have. Trust me.
If it was just me, I wouldn't be calling you right now, but I got them, so we're good. And it's like when you can present something like that, and then it is the customer service that wins the battle. It's like the fact that I'm going to go to war for you. People want someone that's gonna like think about it. If I'm gonna sell my house, and let's say I'm gonna go throw it out with an agent, right? Do I want the agent that's throwing it out on Zillow and then gonna take inbound phone calls? Or do I want the agent that's gonna fucking hammer the phones every single day on that listing? Like any person that ever fucking showed any bit of interest, they're gonna call and they're gonna bust their fucking ass and go to war for me. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'll pay 7% to someone that would do that versus 5% to someone that would just throw it up on the fucking MLS and open states.
That used to be my shtick. Back when I was an agent, I would get people to list at 7%, and I would offer 3.5 to the other side, and be like, "Look, while people next to you are offering 2.5 or 3, yours stands out. If there's 2 exact houses and they get paid more here, which one do you think they're going to try to sell?" And that got me through a lot of tough times when the market was slower, offering more commission.
Dude, that'll definitely. I mean, money talks and bullshit walks. So you kind of got to do that sometimes. Like, I remember we had a deal in like bumfuck nowhere, Oklahoma or Louisiana. I don't fucking remember. All I remember was that the agent wanted us to pay a flat fee of $4,000 on like a 40K house. And at first, my knee-jerk reaction was like, "Fuck you! Why would I ever do that? That's ridiculous. That's more than 3%." And like, I was just on my high horse for a second. Guess what? We didn't sell the deal. I went back to that agent. They didn't want the deal anymore. And then I had to go back to my seller with my tail between my legs and be like, "Look, I'm sorry, we can't get it done." And I am pretty positive I had to pay a deposit to the seller so that they didn't sue me of like $500 or $600, whatever. They got me. So that's what Eagle will do, guys. When you need things to go your way, sometimes you got to give a little bit of money for it to fucking happen.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm an agent right now with 3 houses listed, and I haven't paid. I don't think I paid more than 6, but I don't think I paid under 6 either. And I'm not asking for referrals back and anything else like that. It's just like pay people their fair amount, get them to work for you. You don't want to give them a reason to focus on something else because, the prospect you're giving them is less rewarding. So, and it's worked. We got one that was listed Friday that just went under contract. Well, actually, technically, it's not under contract yet. I sent the counter yesterday, but we should be good. We just counted on a couple of time frames, but nothing price oriented, full price offer. So stuff's moving quickly still, but again, agent was on it. I saw it everywhere the first day. Went over the weekend and got it sold.
That's the shit it takes. It's like it's going above and beyond. And when people aren't willing to do that level of work, you're gonna lose. You're gonna get outworked by everyone that is willing to do it. So you already fucking lost.
People like to work with people they like I always say. So, it's just like find someone that kind of fits that mold. I feel like agents are like doctors. Like I would tell people that all the time. It's like no one wants to go to a doctor. When's the last time you're like, "Yo, I want to go see my doctor"? It's like you want to feel better. Same thing. You want to go buy a house. You don't want to go mess with an agent. So all you can do as an agent is hopefully be as like the least annoying possible. To where that they're not like, "Oh man, I got to go look at houses with this guy today." So try to be valuable, try to fit in and be likable, and same thing in this business.
Likable. That's like the biggest thing right there, bro, that a lot of people fuck up too, is they don't try to make the friends, and it's like you're already fucking up the relationship then. It's like if you're not my friend by the end of the call, we're probably not signing a fucking contract. Yeah. No one's ever signed the contract like final sign. Like they're like, you know what I mean? They're signing the contract like, yeah, like I fully understand that this is what my house is worth, and I appreciate you for everything, Joey, and I look forward to you getting this done for me. Like, those are the ones that are going to sign, not the ones that I am sitting here going to fucking war against, and not in a good war. Like, we're like going up against each other in an ego battle. It's like those never win. So, likability is the fucking hugest part of this business, and I don't know why it's so hard for people to get that part down. It's like just smile.
Well, it's about connection, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these scripts that I see, like you hop right in and you're asking questions that you already know the answers to. Again, pull up Zillow or Realtor. Like the first thing that I do is not like, "Hey, I just want to make sure it's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot, built in this year." It's just like save that for somewhere down the call. Again, open the call with something that you can build a connection point, like make someone smile, make someone laugh, build a connection, relate. or even just ask them generally, like, how can I help you? You know, I take much more of a customer service approach. Like, hey, look, my goal here is to understand your goal so I can help you accomplish that. Like, what are you looking at? Do you have somewhere to go? You know, like, where are you moving to? What takes you out there? Pleasure and pain. It's simple psychology. People want to move away from pain and towards pleasure. So if you can find the pleasure point and the pain point, you can bring those up in the call. And like you said, you know, kind of control. And instead of being pushy and kind of strong arming people, all you have to do is use those pain and pleasure principles to be able to kind of move them down the path in the right direction.
Exactly. And when you use those points, it's literally what makes them make the fucking decision sometimes. And like that's what a lot of people mess up. They forget that it's like a lot of times when they're not willing to make the decision, it's because they have something wrong with you. Like there's something they trust against they don't trust with you. Yep. So it's like if you can get them out of that, obviously Eric Klein always says like put your arm around them, bring them on your side, right? Like it's me and you versus the data. And that is the mentality that it needs to be. Like it really does need to be like you got to see that I'm on your side. If you don't see that I'm on your side, we're never gonna get anything done unless like you're like I want 50 grand and I'm like I can give you 50 grand. Yeah, you'll sign a contract. That's fucking I can put anybody on the phone to sign that contract. But like I'm talking about to get negotiations done, to get a deep discounted deal that you're actually going to make some money on. It takes you two being on the same side, and then it takes fucking them dropping their ego and not basically getting out of it to make the decision. Because a lot of time it could be preconceived notions, like they've had a bad sales experience, they had a shitty wholesaler that fucking locked them up for the last 6 months, finally got out of that, and they have to like call a fucking lawyer to release it, whatever. Like there's so many instances you never know what's going on. So it's the goal of sales at the end of the day is to get to yes or no, not just yes or no. But it's to get to one of them. And it's like, if you are finding yourself in the middle, there's something in your sales process that needs to get fucking changed. And that's why they're staying in the middle. That's why they're still on the fence. Because I'll call them, and in 30 seconds, they're now off the fence magically. I don't know what the fuck magic I worked. I'm not a genie here, guys, I promise you. But there'll be someone that was like on the fence for a week, and now I call them, and I ask one question that was just the real question they need to get asked, and you get that fucking answer. So it's also very good questioning, and it's the right questioning that's going to get you guys to that yes or no answer that's going to fucking help.
Yeah, and or drawing a line in the sand. I mean, because I got a call. I think we're getting on it today with my act guy, and you know he's had a really great conversation, offered the people what they wanted. Like everything seemed like it was on the up and up, and they just kind of went ghost on him. And he's been trying to follow up, and I'm like, look, like don't be overbearing, don't hound them, don't call them 10 times a day, don't text them, right? Like follow up is important, but make it meaningful and make it like spaced appropriately. And I was like, if we don't get a hold of him today, then just hit him with the pull away and just be like, hey, look, you know, I'm really not here to bother you. I want to make sure that I'm on top of things because this is a file that I have. But if you changed your mind about selling, you know, I love and appreciate the communication. Please just let me know and I can quit bugging you because that's not what I'm here to do. And that right there in and of itself has had people so many times like, hey, no, I'm so sorry. You know, like something came up or there was a family emergency. I was in the hospital, you know, my phone shut off, whatever it is. And they'll give you their reasoning or their excuse and kind of hop right back on board. But drawing that line to where it's like, look, like past today, I'm not following up with you anymore because I feel like I'm bothering you now. You know, is another good way to be like, okay, cool. Like whatever line it is you draw, whatever word track it is, like make them pick a side or let them know that you're not going to be on the other side waiting because then people take that for granted. Oh, I got this offer for 50K. How many times you talk to someone, oh man, you know, I already got an offer for 50K and I want 55. It's like, well, why didn't you take it? Why didn't you guys come to terms? Like, are you really that stuck? And I mean, it's amazing how many times that you offer them the same 50K and they take it. So it's like, okay, number one, was it a fictitious offer? Did you wait too long? Did they go away? Did they lose interest? Whatever the situation is. But yeah, I mean, you can discover a lot, definitely poking with the right questions and the right prompts. I say that everyone's, because again, it's simple psychology, right? Like the brain is so scary similar, especially when you're from the same culture, even if not, right? There's a lot of mechanisms that are really similar. But culturally, like you're from, you know, like an environment, the same country, the norms, it's insane like how using the same things can work for the same or different brains. Like there are really things
Exactly.
you can do to like work the mechanism if you understand it. And that's what I tell my guys. Like when they're like, "Hey man, I want to improve to the next level. How do I do that?" I'm like, stop studying sales scripts and understand psychology, right? Or like psychological marketing, psychological sales, neurolinguistic programming. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of things you can educate yourself on that are going to help you just not even in the business, but in life. Because communication is key. That is literally communication is key, being the key to the lock, and everyone's brain is a lock, and you can unlock it. You just have to know how. I mean, that's the difference.
Dude,
Negotiators that are doing hostage negotiations, CIA, like it's higher levels of operating, but they understand more or less better how to get the outcome that they want. Call it manipulation. Some call it sales, right? Sales is manipulation in a sense if you're really looking at it from like an objective standpoint. So, I try not to be manipulative in my day-to-day life, but again, in business, I guess all is fair, right? So
you have to be. I mean,
yeah, as long as you're not harming anybody, you're not out there like, someone's laying on the ground bleeding out and you got your throat on their neck because, they're getting foreclosed on in 2 days. Like karma's a real thing too. And I believe, the universe is a big bad bitch if you piss her off. So like I'll never make a positive dollar if it's got negative karma. That's kind of my thing. And it's getting, on the up and up, we're doing all the business at least.
those are the biggest effects right there. We were talking about that yesterday in the community call, like straight up going over the fact of like how you need to start understanding basic human psychology. Because it is like, we're all egotistical creatures. We all have fucking egos. And like we all kind of tick the same fucking way. Like when we get mad, we get angry, we get loud, we get fucking crazy, right? And it's like we're all human. Everyone reacts like that. The same way as like when we're happy, we get energetic and we get excited. And it's like when you start to genuinely understand the fact that ego is a real thing, because ego is the biggest part of any human, and it's like a lot of the times when any of these instances are going on or problems are going on, it's egos are raised, and fucking you, if you can lower that ego, you get to the solution. If you don't lower the ego, you never get to that solution because you're just ego-filled arguing. It's like you're literally, you can relate it to a relationship, or you can relate it to a business dispute. You can relate it to like any life instance of any communication, right? But it's like at the end of the day, when there's a problem or a fight, there's always a solution. There's always, no matter what you go through, going to be a solution. But the question is do you have the ability to get that solution? And do you have the ability to find it? And a lot of times people don't have the ability to find it because their ego is raised or they're in an emotional state. So it's like, for example, yesterday I had a call with a guy that they were trying to sue me over a fucking EMD dispute. We took their EMD because they canceled on a deal that we had every right to take. It was a non-refundable earnest money deposit, and they went ghost on us for 2 months, long story short. So basically, finally got them on the phone yesterday after like a fucking month of bullshit of trying to get them on the phone so we could settle this instead of go to court over $5,000. Because it's like, what the fuck are we really winning in a court case over $5,000? Nothing. We're wasting all of our time. It's an ego thing. So I get on the phone with them, and like, yes, were there times where like I'm angry, I want to be a dick to them, I want to be mean? 100%, bro. This was my wife's first deal ever that fell through. I was pissed. But for me, at the end of the day, I know me getting angry does not get me paid, or does not get the result I want, which is not having to send back the fucking $5,000. So I stayed cool. I stayed calm. We got through all of the issues that needed to get handled. Every instance that they went over, instead of me screaming at them about it, I stayed calm with it, and we fucking addressed everything that needed to address. We got to the solution. Long story short, I'm sending them back $1,500 instead of $5,000, and everybody's happy. We came to the solution. But had I had gone the route that they were trying to go, which was their egos were raised on the call, they were very emotional. They were like screaming a little bit and being like, you just must be one of those wholesalers that like you make a living off of taking people's deposits. And I'm like, hold on a second here. I've never taken a deposit in my whole career. Like not one. Even when I should have sometimes. I did not take the fucking deposits because like I like doing good business, and I just feel like that's not how I want to get paid. I want to get paid when the deal fucking closes. So I went into that, whatever, we talked about it. But the moral of the story was that
at the end of the call, their egos were dropped. We got to a solution. We found a common ground, and everyone was fucking good from there. And it's like, if you can't drop your ego when you want your way, this can relate to relationships the best, because in a lot of couples, they fight. And when they fight, it gets ugly, and they never get the solution. And I see this in so many marriages. I see this in so many relationships. They're just like, it's a constant fight over nothing. And that nothing is the fact that there was a fight one time over something, and they never got the solution, and it just marinated and stayed there. And it's like, that fight still exists, but now they're like, I didn't put a dish away, and now we're fighting over that. When the real problem isn't the dish, it was whatever problem we had 2 years ago that we just never got to the real solution for, and it still exists. So it's like, and I always relate relationships to business, because it's all the same fucking thing at the end of the day. Like, whether I'm dealing with a homeowner, I'm dealing with an investor trying to screw me over, dealing with my team, it's all relationships. So it's like, once you guys learn that skill of how to fucking not only disarm the person, but like, you not get emotional yourself, even though it could be an environment that someone's screwing you over on a deal, right? Maybe you're supposed to get 20 grand on that deal, and they're actually fucking you over. How do you stay calm so you can still find a solution to get the deal done? Those are the ways that, like, once you guys learn that shit, you're a master closer in my book at that point.
If you have trouble, go sign up to some MMA, because that's what it taught me when I was younger. My sensei basically said, like, when you're in a fight, it's better to be scared and like nervous than really like fearful or angry. Like, when you're angry, your decision making, your reflexes, it all goes out the window. So like, when you're sparring, you're supposed to stay in a very centered state, non-emotional. And I would say probably 90% of the people are more reactionary than not in the world. People are just trained. It's like Pavlov's dog. Like, even when we were going to school, right, and you have the minute bell ring and everyone starts bustling to class and running to make sure they don't get a tardy, right? The bell rings, you run. Like, you're trained just like Pavlov's dog with, and I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Where he like rings the bell before he gives them the food, and they start salivating. Eventually he rings the bell and they salivate. There's no food. So it's just, people have been conditioned. Everything around you is brainwashing in a sense, from just culture, what you see on TV, what you hear on the radio, what's idolized, which bleeds into, just society and people around you. So really understanding the mechanism of how not to be reactionary. Like, I remember my buddy, I found out something, it was what made him flip his lid. And this was with like an ex-girlfriend I was with at the time. And he's like, man, how are you not talking to her right now? And I'm just like, look, I want to like center myself. I want to think this through. I want to have a good like perspective of the conversation. I'm thinking of my side, her side, but like, I'm not going to sit here and respond and react. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the same guy as like, you could take a swing at me and someone's going to hop right back in the fight, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to pick. I'm going to be like, cool, like, analyze it. Like, am I really hopping in this? What's my first move? Like, I'm going to sit back strategically as long as I have the time to do so, and I'm not being pressured into something. But even split-second reactions from a more centered state are going to be a better outcome. So, it's the same thing too with the 2 highs and 2 lows. It's all managing yourself, but what you're able to do that most people aren't is you're like, yo, this person said something and they pissed me off. It's like, no one can piss you off ultimately, right? You allow yourself to be pissed off by what that person said. With that mind and that framing, I allowed myself to be pissed off. I'm now taking control over myself, my emotions, right? It gives me the power. I can no longer say that person, whatever. It's like, I'm only allowing that person to make me feel whatever. It's on me to control myself. And yeah, most people just don't have that ability to stop and think. It's very reactionary. So, I mean, kudos to you for being on the call, maintaining your cool. I know some of those calls can get super heated. And like you said, I mean, you got to go towards the disarming, maybe reaffirming. Like, I just had the same thing. It was a dispute. And I was like, look, my whole goal and a point of this call, I know you guys are sitting here talking shit right now, essentially, and I didn't say it this way, but the whole point of my call here today is to figure out how we can come to a solution, right? I understand you're upset. You're able to vent. You're able to say whatever. You're able to think whatever, right? I'm not going to sit here and try to combat you. I'm not thought police. Like, if you have some perception of me now, I get it, right? Things didn't work out. This is the deal that fell apart the day of closing when the sellers drove to title because the buyer's lender failed to perform. And I was just like, look, I understand. Like, it's a very upsetting situation. We were planning to make 40K on that. I was like, we're all pissed here, right? So I get it, but I'm not going to show my upsetness back to you. That's not going to accomplish the goal. Like, how do we figure this out? I actually paid those people double the EMD that I owed them because there was an extension signed with an increased EMD. I paid them double the EMD because they canceled leases that were in place for this property. It was more or less 3 units, but it was zoned single family. The lender ended up throwing it out because the buyer thought he'd be able to get it through without proper zoning and do a DSCR, which was his stupid mistake. And we're actually now in a fight about that earnest money, funny enough, because I released 5 to them. He had 5 to me. So I'm like, cool, it's a wash. I'm going to pay them double. Everyone's happy. But yeah, the title company is being super interesting, saying they transferred the funds to a different title company, even though there was never a signed addendum. And then I asked them to do an interpleader because they offered that as an option. And now they took that off the table and they won't tell us where the funds are. I think they paid it out to the other party because it was his title company, but can't tell us.
The other buyer?
Yeah.
The buyer that was supposed to
can't tell us where the funds are, non-refundable, he flopped. Bro, I literally renegotiated a better deal for this guy. So I got him a sub 2. No money out of pocket. The $5K he had down for EMD was the only money he was going to put down initially to buy this $500,000 triple unit that he could have cash flowed probably $7,000 a month on. I think like 300,000 of the debt would have been at like 3 or 3.125%, and they would have matched for the balance of the other couple $100,000 for what the lender would have done at like 9%. No money out of pocket. Told me, yo, if you negotiate this for me, I got it. I'm going to move forward. Literally did that and had the addendum with them signed. I was waiting on him to sign his side to obviously tie it together and backed out. And I was just like, dude, you even had me go renegotiate this like immaculate sub 2 deal that's better for you on the monthly than your DSCR. And I was like, and you're going to flop on me. And yeah. So it's like in that instance, like I'm not big on taking earnest money, but I think that that's well deserved, especially since I paid 5 out to them. So we're going to have a fun little time with that. But yeah, I've never had a title company that said they transferred funds to another title company without a signed amendment. They look like fools. Like my lawyer's just going to have a great time with this. And
I was about to say your lawyer is probably going to go fucking in on them, bro.
I mean, title companies at least got bread. We have a lot of information and just evidence from the officer that he was not acting as a neutral third party. So we might actually try to go after him civilly for the lost 40K, him and or title company. So we might actually get paid after all. It's just not the preference.
That would be fucking dope. Yeah, dude, it's crazy how people can fuck shit up. But it's like, yeah, in those instances, you still have to fucking remain calm, even when it. I had one like a couple of years ago where the title company fucked up so bad that my buyer paid me out of closing because they literally he sent 5 wires to the same title company because they kept fucking up the amount. Like it wasn't like it was like $100,000, $100,000. It was like a 80 grand wire and then like 2K. And they're like, oh wait, no, you have to send back another 1,000. Oh wait, no, you have to do another 2,000. Oh wait, no, you have to do another 5,000. And I'm sitting there like, bro, how do you guys fuck up the amount this badly on a single family house? Like this is a single close. Like there's nothing fancy going on here. This should not be this fucking hard. And I was like, yeah, they're blacklisted now. They can definitely fuck shit up sometimes. This was a deal up in Binghamton, New York.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. No, I mean, biggest title fuck up I had was actually a couple months ago. Closed a house in Cali, and they listened to the seller that she already paid off a loan when she didn't. So there was like a HUD loan for 90 grand they didn't clear, and then also on my contract I had them clearing solar. They didn't clear that, so they had to cough up like 140 grand to pay to clear that, so the buyer of that property could resell it because he had a buyer under contract for retail. So they had to pay that and then go after the seller. But it's just like it's insane. I mean, some of these companies out there, just, yeah, better left alone.
Better left alone is a fucking fact, bro. Yeah, but we gotta, as we said before, it's all about fucking problems, and it's like even the title companies could create the problem sometimes, and it's one of those things you gotta roll with the punches or figure out when to switch title companies because that does. Sometimes that's another thing I've learned with title problems is switching title companies can solve them a lot fucking quicker sometimes, depending on the problem. Make sure you vet them first, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that makes a fucking difference. But you want to make a couple calls while we're still up here?
Yeah, so down. How do you guys do it?
I'll give you. Let me see if I can get some leads over to you.
Like, is my audio just going to come through the mic or what?
Yeah. Do you?
So you put your earpiece on.
So I don't have an earpiece. I'm on speakers, but hopefully the reverb's not like bad to where you guys can't hear like an echo, right, with the sound.
They just might be able to hear like if we talk in the background. If you're cool with that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, we can make it
Great.
work with either that, or I mean, if you want me to patch in, like I can do it on the cell. Like, just let me know like what I can do.
Yeah, you can do
we
it that
just
way.
do-
You can do the cell phone.
Yeah, it's probably easier cell phone and your speaker.
Okay. Lucky for you, I just got another cell phone that actually has a working speakerphone. My main phone just
Oh, yeah.
no one can hear me. So. All right.
Let me see what I can find.
And so, background on these leads. What are these? Are these like VA leads? Are they inbounds, kind of cold calls? Just so I know how to start the convo.
So they're all newly leads from Nelson. So these were the ones I'm going to give you. Actually, already ran through a text campaign. So they're basically coming back to us. Like the one I see one right here. I don't know Zillow or anything. He says two. Actually, no. Let's give you this one. This is Kansas City, Missouri. I'm going to put in the private chat. Yo, you could record it now. No, so we could fucking record in here now.
In the Go High level?
No, in StreamYard.
Oh. What do you mean like record?
It literally, if you look on the
Oh,
right
if you
side,
mean record this video.
yeah, because like it records it obviously, but we can record it so we have our own copy of it here, so we don't have to go through fucking Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, because I'm recording the
You
screen right now.
you always could, Joey.
You see, yo nunca
Louis, he's discovered something. Let him make it.
Yeah, fucking learn something, Louis. Come on. I got my uncle, the tech guy, up here, Louis, guys. So why is it? I'm gonna be ages for a second, guys. Why is it that older gentlemen are way better at computers than I am? Make it make sense to me. Like I remember, like stepdad growing up was good at coding, all that shit. Now I have Louis, Uncle Louis. He's fucking good at like anything computer related. Can you guys answer that for me, or maybe Louis, you speak on that for my ageism?
I don't know. Maybe it's just wiser. I don't know what it is, bro. But I guess maybe trials and tribulations of failing with this shit and then figuring it out. Maybe that's it. But
But we grew up with tech. Like, so I technically should be like, way savvier with this shit, but we're not.
yeah, I don't know. I just want to learn more, especially with this shit. So I just have to figure this shit out.
No, 100%. 100%. But wait, here's the lead. Let me put all the fucking info in for you. And then here is his phone number. Oh, wait, fuck. Give me 2 seconds, guys.
Hey Kyle, how often are you doing acquisitions? With your crew? Like, do you just jump on me, like, let me show you guys how it's done, or how?
So I mean, I'm acquisitions manager. So typically I'm the one that's hopping on the calls. I try to be really involved. So like if I don't have a call that I'm on, I'll do what I call a bridge. So we'll both be live on Teams, and I'll be like, hey, like let me listen into your call. At least that way, if I need to go make an offer, I have a good understanding and background of like, okay, what's this person's vibe? Like, are they do they want me to speak slow, quick? So I come into the call with that background information. But yeah, it's daily for me.
That's so.
Yesterday alone, I brought in 2 JVs and a direct contract. So I mean, we do decent volume for the size of the team. We really have like 1 full-time act, 1 part-time act, and then we have 2 full-time dispos. So we're kind of a skeleton crew. We're still banging out, like 10 a month or so.
I guess with that being said, what's your favorite disposition software that you use? Do you use InvestorLift, InvestorBase, DealSpeed?
So I actually built my own, and I'm going to be debuting it Q1 of 2026 as far as the pre-launch. But I had InvestorLift, Cartel. Noticed that there was quite a few things on there that I just wasn't super stoked on. and kind of reverse engineered the process to be a lot more effective, in my opinion. But essentially, what I'm launching is called BuyBoxBot. And now, like, do you track people's buy boxes? Do you have people ever send you buy boxes?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What do you do with those?
So right now we actually have it. We switched everything over to Go High Level. We were running IF3, but now it's to the point now where as soon as the deal comes in, it automatically sends a text blast to that buyer and that specific zip code or county. So it's just tagging them. It's just geotagging, push.
Perfect.
So it's working.
That's it.
It's working out that way.
And that's more than a lot of people do. You know, a lot of people will like put them in, like, let's say like an Excel sheet or somewhere to track them from on a whiteboard. But it's like, if you get a deal, like, how time efficient is it for you to run through? Let's say you have 100 buy boxes, to run through each of those and manually go through it. So the system that I have, basically, it's not just beds, baths, or zip code, or, you know, anything like that. It's all the granular stuff. So like a hedge fund, their buy box is going to be more particular, right? No double yellows, meaning it's not on a main road or not bordering non-residential. No train tracks, no fire damage, no mold. But I will do, you know, pools, and I will do solar. So you can make those selections, and all those idiosyncrasies would basically either rule you in or out based on what you said that you would buy. So next time you have your properties that's like, hey, it's 55 plus with solar lease, like, you punch that in, you just punch in the information, and it pulls from your database and shows you who the matches are, with a ranking solution behind it. And there's also verification. So as things progress, we're going to start allowing you, like, let's say you got a deal, right? And you hit up your people and you exhausted them, or you're even using our solution. You have 10 investors that match. You call them, you can't get a hold of anyone, and you can't seal the deal. It'll say, hey, you have 10 people in yours, but there's another 20 people, you know, in the overall solution. And you can actually now add people to your database based on the deal you're looking to sell. And you're basically paying $10 to $20 per targeted, verified person that you can look at background info for. Like, you've never done deals with them, but there's like an open source review. So there's like ratings, kind of like, you know, Google My Business, someone can like rate them. And there's 5 levels of verification that they go through. So you can see, okay, make sure their information's verified or their proof of funds verified, etc. So you have a good background for people you've never dealt with that are kind of ranked and scored on an open source level. And again, in my opinion, it's just like, I'll probably pay 100, 200, 500 bucks per targeted buyer that I know is looking for exactly what I have to be able to sell my deal. But, you know, we're trying to keep it inexpensive. And when you add someone to your database, from that point forward, anytime that you complete a search and something pulls up in their buy box, they'll pull up as matches. So they're infinitely added to your database as long as you have a deal that matches their buy box. And now you can grow. Yeah, you can grow intelligently, because I joined InvestorLift, right? And the whole pitch was, you know, we got 3-4 million people whenever I joined. And it's like, that's cool, but, you know, I don't need that. I don't need that juice. Like, I don't need your list of people in, you know, like Maryland and Connecticut and places that I don't operate in. I'm just paying for something that I don't need. So people build their database in a systematic way, targeted deal they're looking to sell, I think is like one of the smartest things. And now we're not doing the email blast, and we're not doing the text blast, and you're not getting caught up in the mix. You're able to communicate through the platform directly to the person or people. And they know that it's going through the platform, then exactly like what they had set for the parameters is what you're offering them. So it's going to be looked at a lot more seriously. It's going to be like the filter that the industry needs, in my opinion.
That's awesome. So you already have these buyers inside your platform, so they get notified through your system versus you just cold outreaching them or warm outreaching them, right?
Correct. Yeah. And then you can either automate, like, you know, select all to notify, or you can select certain people. You know, obviously depending on how you want to do it, but yeah, it's all internal to the system. You're only reaching people that are looking for exactly what you have. So we call it the sniper's approach versus the shotgun approach now, where it's just like you're trying to fire as many BBs in as many directions as you possibly can.
Yeah, pray and spray, right?
Yeah, we've been using that in-house, and it's been really, really effective. So I'm super excited to get that debuted. We got some really decent people from the industry kind of backing it, and who are going to help us launch and promote it. So super blessed there.
Is it like a CRM too and everything, or is it mainly just for getting the data?
So we're building in an API that would connect with your CRM. So if you're using Go High Level or whatever, it can update your notes. We were looking to build in a CRM to the back end. I don't recall if that's on this iteration or the next iteration. We're on the phase 3 build out, but that's what I wanted for the MVP before we actually launched it. So I want to make sure that it's a really good comprehensive program. But yeah, I don't recall if we did, like, if anything, it's like a light CRM, maybe like a drag and drop where you can just go a couple of things over, but it's not going to be like a full CRM, like Go High Level, at least for this iteration. But again, as things progress, my whole plan with the money that I make is the majority of it's going to be reinvested. And I'm actually going to buy leads and skip leads to add to the system where I see people are most active. So I want to make sure that we're growing the database predominantly with the money, and then the rest of it's just going to go to further improvements on the website. So I'm really big on reinvesting back into business until you get something that's like really, really immaculate. Where it's at now, I personally think, and again, I've been Cartel on InvestorLift. I haven't seen their recent updates. I know that they've done some stuff, and they get their AI and Artemis mode and these things, but I still think that they're working from a very clunky solution because they don't have people's exact buy box. I know they give people the ability to put in their buy box and filter, but they weren't founded from that. They were founded on the aspect of basically spam, right? Like I joined, I gave them 150,000 of my emails, and everybody's like porting their stuff into this thing without permission, which again, like I'm not an attorney or whatever, but compliance wise, I don't think that a lot of these people have opted in. And with mine, I want to make sure that we're taking it out of operating in the gray area. I want to make sure everyone's opted in, everyone's given permission. And I think people are going to be excited about it because InvestorLift for sure is like wholesaler centric, right? It's a platform built for the wholesaler to mass market to buyers. They don't give a shit about the buyers, right? Like the biggest thing they've done is, okay, allow them now to kind of do some filtering on the account, but it's not foolproof. And I get stuff for sure that's outside of my buy box. I can safely say that. Plus, it's a solution, in my opinion, that's just been inundated, right? Like I said, people just get tons of emails. If I pulled up my email, you'd be shocked with the number of wholesales I've gotten in the last hour. So it's like to dig through that and everything's coming from that same platform, it's going to get lost in the muck. So, we're really excited to kind of differentiate ourselves and give a good way to work efficiently. Because imagine you didn't have to deal with, I don't know what size you're text blasting, but like the text blast you did, probably 1,000 plus, right? Like under that, I mean, kind of gets to be a little bit barren. So you do 1,000 plus there, 2,000 RVMs, and you're dealing with 30, 50, 100 people that call you. Half of them want to talk crap on your deal, right? They don't even like it. Versus being able to send it through a platform where they can give feedback, you can chat directly, and again, that it's a match. So you're reaching out to someone being like, hey, look, I got what you want. That's buyer centric, and the buyers in our profile can basically change their information, which is going to change their buy box on a dime. And if they're full up, let's say it's an investor that's only doing 3 a month, they can go inactive to where they're not going to show up on the match if they're not actively buying. So that prevents them from being contacted when they're not ready, the list burn, everything. So it's really like you're matching with people that are raising their hands and they're ready to buy what you want at the present moment.
Yeah, that's fire, bro. I fuck with that.
It's working. I mean, again, like one of the largest PPC companies out there for wholesalers, like they have a lot of the big name guys they do the business for are the ones who featured us and said, hey, look, like they came to me and said, you're doing something different. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what it is, but your rates are 50% better than industry standards for both acquisition and disposition. So that definitely helped us cover the dispo leg to make sure we're selling stuff efficiently.
Hell yeah, bro. I love that shit. That's how it should be. We got to be differentiators out here, guys. And fucking, I know there's a couple dispo softwares that are coming out now, and that's been what this industry's been needing. Like we had InvestorLift for the last 2 years, and that was the goal. That was it. There wasn't even like there was an option. It was just InvestorLift or Google Sheets. That was kind of the only 2 options. So I love to see that. Fucking Kyle, you're working on shit. My boy Ken, I know, is working on off market right now. We got a whole bunch of things that can be hitting our industry. And if you guys have looked around recently, this is a lot disparate. You have to be a lot more dispo heavy than you ever had to be in this industry. Like we're not in 2021 when you can lock up a contract and you're getting fucking lines out your door of people trying to walk it. Like we're in a market right now where
things are not going as good as they used to be. I mean, for me, they're going great, but that's a different story. That's just business is going good, but that doesn't mean the market's good right now, and it still takes a fucking army to move even a single deal now. So it's like the more good resources you guys have, the more likely you're going to move your fucking deal, even if it takes 3 to 4 weeks sometimes. As long as you guys get it done, fuck. That's the only thing that matters.
These market cycles are what are needed. You know, like we had a short one after COVID where there's a lot of wholesalers that dropped out of the industry, and this is like sink or swim time. You know, and that's why I say, like, if you're going to get in it, get committed, get good, like study. You know what I'm saying? Get better, put action behind it, and don't let yourself fail if you hop into this business. But the reality is, a lot of people are gonna fail through it. With it's traditional real estate, I think the average agent doesn't even make it a year in the business. Right? Like most agents will actually statistically fail in the first 12 months before they make it, and they're not even working in real estate year 2 as their primary source of income. So it's one of those things where, again, it's going to be, I think, a class separation, if you will. Like there's going to be no middle class. It's going to be like you fail or you succeed, the people that succeed. I think there's going to be a new level of super wholesaler, because I know that other, platforms have used that term. And given the power, of things like Investor Lift, like they used to be able to just, and still I think make some pretty crazy and ridiculous amounts of money, but they do it in a less efficient fashion. So giving people a better way to increase the efficiency of their cash conversion cycle, their marketing budget, their, labor as far as the acts and the dispos. I mean, like you said, that's the shit that is needed. So we're definitely really excited to bring it to the table, and it's been fun to use it in the background, but I'm ready to let it out and let people experience the power of the system.
Oh, let's get it, bro. I'm sure it's going to be fucking dope.
Yeah. So did you want me to bang this call? Is that the right number?
Yeah, that should be the right number in there.
Okay. And then, again, just so I have an understanding, like he was text before you.
He just said, okay, you reach it. His text was, okay, he said, you reach it out, you have you come out with a price. Basically, like asking, like, do we have an offer for him yet? Gotcha. Okay. Let me try to. So he might be a tough one. It sounds like on the surface, but let's see how it fucking goes with them. And tell me if you guys can hear this too. If I need to mess with my gain, I will. Perfect. Gotta get a better mic. Fuck guys. Am I representing a company or no? No, just you. Yeah, my luck, I'm not going to get a live one on this one. Please
leave your message for Danny. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Danny? My name's Kyle Newman. I was texting back and forth with you about your property on Chestnut Avenue and wanted to chat with you about making an offer on it. Whenever it's convenient, you're welcome to give me a phone call back. You can reach me directly at this number. It's going to be 505-532-7171. Thank you. No dice. Do I give you Mr. Curtis? This guy wants me to come out to meet him to send the contract to his attorney to look or to fucking review it, but he wouldn't give me his attorney's information or anything. You want to have some fun with that? Sure. Cool. ¿Qué pasa, mi amor? Es 12:47. Cuando tú quieras. Hold on, I'm just pulling it up, guys. Right. Senor Curtis is his name, Mr. Curtis. So I just call him Curtis. And you don't know me, and we never spoke about this. Coming cold, and let's see what you can drum up. So take me back to the street days. Yeah, literally. So you don't know me, you didn't hear from me. You didn't hear from you, well, nothing from no one. That's it. I think he wanted 150, and I was actually good to go at the 150 if I think this is the right one. Yeah, so I'm pulling it up right now just to get a brief overview. 1341 square foot. So you were good at 150? I believe this one was the one we were good at 150. Let me just take a glance because I'm pulling it up in Redfin. At least Redfin saying estimates 160.
Yeah, this was the Waco one. Let me look at it.
I think you mean 115 is where you were at with that one. I think that's what he was saying.
Was it 115? Well,
I
we'll
think
see
it's
what he's
115.
asking. Okay. Might-
So he was pulling
It was
up
the one that was 115 and it didn't need a lot of work, he said.
might have been 115 then. Yeah, because this we bought it for 71K. There's no way it was 150 then.
How are you pulling it? Because I tried to take the address that at least was on Redfin, and it's got an A behind it, 612 North 15th A, right?
So it's because it's a freaking hold on. It's Texas. It's a non-disclosure. I know that. Do you have like Propelio, Privy, any of that shit?
Well, so Prop has an MLS thing. I just can't even get the address to pull up with the A behind it. So I mean, not a big deal. I can go into a blind, but yeah, I usually try to like bring it up so then I have some.
Go with North 5th. Just take the A out. I don't think. Hold on.
It's 15th though, right?
Yeah, the name A is the name of the street. Wait. Yeah, no, that's what's weird.
Yes, 1612 North 15th. And sometimes they'll do like an A, B, or like a 1/2 if they separate the lot at some point. But I'm not seeing Waco come up as options. I don't have that A in here. But again, not a
In
big.
Privy. Wait, let me make sure this is the owner. This is not the owner, so hold on.
Okay.
That's not the right address. Then, yeah, that's what it was. This one has this weird fucking A in it, and that is the name of the street. Hold on.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go 15A. So it's like no space.
Oh, that's what it was. 15A.
Curdy Lee Cook is the name that I have.
Yep. Yeah, no, this was the one. I think he wanted 150. I think that I was good at 150, but let me check. Hold on. Wait, what the fuck? Propelio? Hold on, my thing is crashing out, guys. Never had it say this in Texas.
Not a bad deal for this guy. I mean, I don't know what he bought it for, but it was back in 23. But if you said he bought it for 70 something and get him 115, like that's fairly decent.
Let me see if he was at 115. Once. Wait, Nelson's right. Yep, 115.
Okay.
All right, cool. I should have wrote that in the notes. I just had it in the call recorded. My bad. I'm
All right,
practicing
good.
whatever you guys.
All right, so Mr. Curtis, let's see if we can get him on the line.
Oh, he'll answer. He's a fucking answerer. He will call you back like 80 times too, by the way.
Let's go. So you want me to try to do like more or less a fresh intake on it? Okay.
Yeah, just take him through like as if this was one of your leads. Asking's 115. He came through.
Got it.
See where old Curdy's at.
Hey, Mr. Curtis. My name's Kyle. I got an offer request for your property in Waco. How are you?
It's fine.
Great. Just wanted to chat with you now if you had a couple minutes. Really just trying to understand best if we can make something work here that's a win-win.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. Okay. So, first and foremost, my name's Kyle, like I said. My whole goal really is to understand like what I can do to make this a white glove experience and just super simple for you. I'm an investor, have some very high interest in this property. We actually have a project that we're finishing up not too far away, and I'd like to get my guys onto a different project. But more importantly than what I want, I want to know what you want as far as, number aside. Obviously, we've got to agree on a price that makes sense. But, do you have any specific timeline or situation as far as the property is concerned? I just want to get some background. Are you living there currently?
No, there's nobody in there. I don't want nobody in there. I got a lot of people trying to rent it and want to rent it, but I'm not renting on it to up. My wife and I say we're going to sell, and that's what we're doing.
Sure. No, that makes sense. I mean, being a landlord's a difficult prospect. It's not as easy as they make it seem on HGTV.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so it's vacant now. How long has it been vacant, out of curiosity?
It ain't been too long. It's been a while.
Okay. Like, what would you say, like a year, couple of years?
No, it ain't been quite that long.
Got it.
Getting close to it, yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Understood. And the reason that I ask, I mean, is there still like utilities onto the property? Or is it kind of just sitting vacant with no utilities on, just to get a good scope of condition?
Wait a minute. Do what now? I didn't understand that.
So because it's been sitting vacant, I'm asking, do you still have utilities onto the property? Does it have water and electric and all that?
No, got the lights still on because I use a night light for security and stuff over there.
Okay.
But the others off because there's no use for it being on. But the others off.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, I just wanted to know because I just ran into a property that we had a little bit of a speed bump on, I guess you can call it, where they had their utilities off, and if it's off for a certain period of time, we have to go through a whole reinspection to get them all turned back on. So if they're on, that's good. I mean, what can you tell me about the property itself, kind of condition wise? I mean, what needs to be done to bring it up into perfect condition?
Well, you got a little painting inside, cosmetic inside, but maybe, something like that. But other than that, it ain't nothing major.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing major because it's got, a good roof on the house and stuff. So, yeah.
How old is that roof? Do you know?
No, I don't. But it's not a great long time. It's been put on the last, I would say, probably 8 years.
Okay.
7 or 8 years, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And then you said as far as like electrical plumbing, there's no issues there?
No, it's not.
Perfect. Okay. What about foundation?
Foundation is fine. No,
Okay.
there's nothing wrong with it.
Perfect. And then what do you have for heating and cooling? Is it central air?
Yeah, that's something that needs probably attended to. Is the air and the heat on it. Yeah.
Okay, so that could use maybe some tuning up or some repair.
Yeah, that needs work. Yeah.
Okay. Does it work at all, or what's going on with it? Does it work at all, or what's going on with the air?
No, it's not working. No.
Okay. Probably just replace it then at that point if it's not working. We try to put some new stuff in there instead of Band-Aid it.
Yeah, I know, and most of them do.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I had the property sold, but the guy's credit fell through because he had a repossession on his record. So.
Okay.
They was going to finance him on it. So.
Gotcha. No, I mean it's what happens in today's day and age. It's just a difficult market. There's a lot more houses than buyers right now, and going through that process traditionally, there's a lot more that they have to do to qualify.
We got a lot of buyers here, a whole lot of them.
Yeah.
But like I told them, I'm not gonna give the place away.
Sure.
Sure.
Nor do I expect you to. I mean, if we can reach something that seems like it's going to make sense to you and to me, I'm no fluff. So, I'd love to see if we can make something work. But if not, I don't take it personal. I'll shake your hand.
Yeah, no. Because I live in a home not far from it, just a few houses from it, and it's built on the same square footage, the same rooms, bath, everything, living room, and everything.
Gotcha.
Matter of fact, I'm just a few doors from it. And the house is built on the same square footage, and the same amount of rooms, and everything is built the same way. So,
Gotcha.
there it is. Yeah.
Well, it makes sense why you wouldn't need two, but obviously, congrats to you for being able to even own two houses. A lot of people can't get one, so it's saying a lot for you.
Yeah, well, I really have more than one. I mean, more than two. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right.
So, well, let me just ask you real quick. So, I got kind of the big stuff out of the way. Anything else that you need or know it needs besides paint and the AC?
Let's see. No, it's not.
Okay. And windows are they like newer, older?
Huh?
How are the windows? Are those like newer, older?
No, they replaced the windows was put in there before they put the little bars on.
Okay.
When they had it, people said I got it.
Got it. Okay. So
they're in good shape though. They're in good shape. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, so from here, there's two different kind of paths forward. Easiest and quickest. I don't know if there's any way you could just snap some photos of the property and send them to me. I can give them to the underwriter.
No.
If not, I could have somebody come by as well and meet at the property.
No, I don't have time to do no snapping on photos and stuff like that.
Okay.
No.
So you want me just to do a sight unseen offer? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are you looking for as far as the number?
Well, no, I'm just taking the offers. I'm letting them do it, and if I can take it, I'll take it. If not, I'll let them know right up front. Yeah.
Okay.
First and
Easy enough. Does it have do you have a mortgage on it, or is this free and clear?
No, it's good. It's clear.
Okay.
No title and everything's clear. No, there's no problem there.
Okay, easy enough. Well, so when I make you an offer, it's going to be what I call a net offer. I'm going to basically take all the closing costs and responsibility there. So the number that I give you is truly to you. The only thing that you owe is, if there's anything owed on the property for taxes or anything like that. So
no, all that's paid up. I got that paid up for a year. Taxes and insurance on the house, I got it paid up for a year, and the closing cost is not that much. So there it is. People just make me an offer, and if I can take it, I'll take it.
Okay. Easy enough. Are you going to be available here, I don't know, in the next 20, 30 minutes or so, or before, if I can get a quick answer back as far as an offer for you?
Well, I thought that's what you called me for, to give me an offer.
So basically I got the info. I can pass it to the underwriter really quickly and see if I can get you a quick offer back, but obviously I needed some info on the property before I can make you an offer, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
well, I got a lot of people still trying to get the property.
Sure.
It's a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And,
no, I'm
like
sure.
I said, I'm taking all proof. I can take it. I'll sell the house because it's mine. It's clear, and I ain't got no problem. All they got to do is get a check to the tax place, and then I can have them to release the title and everything to them.
Okay. Got it. Well, if you want to bear with me for 20 seconds, let me just really quickly wait for their response. I can see that they're typing. I can get you an offer right now. Bear with me 1 sec.
Yeah.
All right, so go at 115.
115 anchor. I'm at like 95, I'd say.
No, you're anchoring too low. Joey's the scare away.
You do your you do your magic, Kyle. Whatever you think you got to anchor.
Do your magic.
Gotcha.
Nelson's the scared one here. We know.
So they just popped in. So offer, and this is a sight unseen. They're offering 100,000 net, cash in your pocket, and that would be within 30 days.
No, I want 115. I ain't gonna take nothing less because I done turned down a bunch of times what you just said.
Okay.
A whole bunch. It's a bunch of them. Yeah, they want it, but I got one person want it, and it's supposed to be trying to work on it for Thursday.
Well,
so I told them I want 115. That's what the wife and I want.
Okay.
And we got quite a bit of money tied up and stuff there, but everything is taken care of, like my taxes and the insurance and stuff on it, so I'm not worried about it.
Easy enough. Well, let me see if I can make it an easy deal for you, because I know today we're actually giving 2 bonuses. We have 2 deals that we have to hit to basically hit our quota. Because the first half of the month. So.
I can understand that, sir, but that's y'all's problem.
No. It's not a problem. What I'm saying is I think I can get them to come up on your offer, and let me see if I can get them to your 115. So
yeah, 115. That's what I'm gonna let it go for.
Okay.
And the tile and everything is clear, and all they got to do is get the money to me.
So let me do this then. I'm gonna poke in with them and walk into their office. If I can get you 115, I mean, are you good to move forward with it?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay.
They do. 115, they do closing costs, and I'm not coming down anymore. I come down there, so to give them some room to do whatever they want to do to the house.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a nice area. We got a new clinic just built half a block away.
Mm-hmm.
We got a school. We got a store. We got a little restaurant and everything right in this area. So it's a nice area.
Right. No.
It's a real nice street. Yeah.
I mean, it seems like it. It really does. And
yeah, I know it is. I've been living on it for a long time.
Yeah. No, I mean, my goal, like I said, is to see if I can get you something done here. So I just ping them. They're in the process of writing back really quickly because I don't have it from the form. Do you have a good email address by chance?
You have what?
Do you have a good email address? I didn't see that come through on the form. That you filled out.
That's what I was just fixing to tell you. I don't do email and then don't do texting.
Gotcha. So we have to have someone
just
kind of.
like we're doing is calling. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So I'd have to have basically come meet you for the contract if we can reach an agreement.
Yeah. Well, that has to go to my tax office here, and because that's where my paperwork is and everything. So.
Okay.
They have to do that way.
All right, hold on one sec. So, just to clarify, property is in empty condition, right? There's not like a whole bunch of stuff in there that we're gonna have to toss.
No, it's not. No.
Okay. I mean, if there is, it's not a problem. You can leave stuff behind, but just trying to get a good gauge. Again, we have no pictures, so I'm trying to just get them.
Yeah.
The answers.
Yeah. Well, I just cut the lawn and stuff. Had it done yesterday, so.
Okay.
Okay,
so they just hit me back, and we do have a good approval at 115. So I mean, I'd like to get it delivered to you. I mean, what's going to be the best way, or what? I guess what address would you want me to get the offer over to?
It's gonna be 16.
We got a closer on the phone.
That I got to sell. It's going to have to get everything to me at 1604.
Okay. And what I'd like to do is, because I mean, I've mailed stuff before. It just takes forever. I mean, is there a day this week that I can have my guy meet you? Just tell me a day and time, and I can make it convenient for you.
Well, it don't matter. I just have to know. I just have to call me.
Okay. Would you be free tomorrow about the same time?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Just give me a call and let me know.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to give you a call back. I'm not going to be available. I'm actually heading out of town. It's my partner's birthday. So I'm going to figure out who I can have from my staff meet you there. Then I'll give you a call back and I'll let you know.
Just give me a call.
Okay. Easy enough, sir. And it's a simple, straightforward contract. We'll go over it with you. But like you said, we pay all closing costs. Just straight up and down should be an easy deal for you. So, I appreciate your time and just being straightforward with me. I'm glad I can get your number and let's make this happen.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then let me know.
Yes, sir. I'll give you a call back shortly to schedule. Appreciate you. Got a live one.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, it seemed very simple. Seemed very
we were
easy.
We got to Nelson's just giving me shit now because we got to that same point with him, and then I was like, I literally got it scheduled to go send someone there, and then he fucking was like, okay, well, once I get it, then I have to go take it to my attorney, and I'm like, bruh. So I was like, okay, so what's your attorney? Can I just send it to your attorney directly then? He's like, nope, it has to go to me first, then I'm going to send it to my attorney, and then we'll see if I sign it. I'm like,
interesting.
So I think I got ego filled and just was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm not spending the $200 to get my guy out there because he did drive like 2 hours each way.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, it very well could stall at the same point. That's why knowing that going in, like, it's helpful, and that's why I try to like get him to accept the time. I mean, obviously he's right next to their property, which is super sick. So I mean, you could knock out 2 birds, 1 stone, do that, get the other one open, grab photos. So at least it's gonna be worth your guys' time. But
100%.
Yeah,
The
I mean-
lawyer thing, that was what got me triggered. I was just like, so you can't give me your lawyer's info, but you have one, and then fucking you want me to pay to go send it out to them.
Yeah.
Like, I was
Well,
like, that's just
if you want to schedule someone, I mean, if I can call him back and I can just basically let him know, hey, the caveat of this offer is, you know, that there's a 24-hour acceptance window. It's got to be signed by day's end tomorrow. Otherwise, we release the funds back into the pool, and you know, it could be used for other property. So, not saying it won't be there, but it's not guaranteed to be there. So,
I think that's the fucking dope way to do it, bro. And that's probably what I should have done there is gave it a deadline in the offer. That's where because then it's like whatever. I lose $200. It's $200. I could have potentially made me 10 grand. So why do I fucking worry about the 200?
Well, and again, I mean, you got good odds, right? I mean, if it sounds somewhat motivated, I mean, if the guy's pulled out on you before, I could see it. But if you're getting photos and you're walking it, this is the simple step that most people that are doing virtual or don't have, you know, the ability to source people to go out there, they're going to miss out on this opportunity. So I think that's what this guy's going to take to get it done. If he's no email, you know what I'm saying? He's a straight up like handshake, come meet me kind of guy. That's going to build you faith as long as you have a good rep that can go out there and like, you know, interface with this guy on a good level.
Yeah. No, one of my we got someone that could go out there if we need it. So let's see. I can get him scheduled fucking for tomorrow. Let's go see if he's available.
Okay. Because yeah, I'll call him back and then I'll just basically reconfirm with them and just be like, hey, so and so showing up at this time. You know, they're gonna go over and get it signed. We'll get earnest deposit down, and I'll also just hinge on, you know, we're writing the timelines based on tomorrow as the time of acceptance. So
That's definitely
yeah, I didn't even see the comments. The Rainmaker lingo will say Rich is a good buddy.
Louis was loving all of that.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I
hey,
didn't-
that's how I do, Kyle. I'm right there with you, buddy. So yeah, I heard it right away off some of the stuff that you were throwing in there. I'm actually in a call right now with this lady. I'm pitching her innovation. So
Oh, let's go. Fingers crossed.
Let's get it.
all right, Amber. So I have it. I have right here that some of the comps are in the 200. Is there anything that we can work off of the 200 to make this work?
What do you mean?
You know, if I can make this work and get everything in writing today and get it over to the title company, close within 60 to 90 days, is there a range we can work off of the 200? I mean, I'm trying to get this squeezed through right now, and I know that funds are limited for a couple of days here. So
Yeah, as long as it's 200 or more. Yeah.
okay.
You couldn't do
Let me
any
see.
better than the 200.
Yeah, is there anything better than the 200 so I can give it back to my people here?
There you go.
No, I need that.
What's your mortgage balance right now? Is it close to 150?
It is. Yes.
So you're looking to walk away with at least 50 minus like taxes and things like that?
Correct.
Okay. And is there anything outstanding as far as any water taxes, back taxes, anything like that we have to worry about?
Nope.
And are you the only decision maker in regards to this property? You're the only one on title?
I am.
Okay. All right. So I'm just waiting to hear back from these guys here, so we're good to go. Let's see when we spoke to last. I don't know if we spoke before. Let me just check here real quick.
No, I don't believe we did. I think we were going to, and I had to cancel the appointment because that.
Okay, but it sounds like you're ready to move forward now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I have a property here, right on Wabash. You know Wabash?
Mm-hmm.
There's a property on Wabash, and that thing sold for $215, and that was pretty updated. It's another ranch right by you, not too far.
Yeah, most of them are ranches.
Yeah, most of them are all ranches.
I mean, there's some 2 stories, but most of the houses in Quinnipiac are ranches.
Yeah, and this one had all the flooring done, the kitchen with granite countertops, all the new cabinets. I'm just looking at all the pictures here. Let's see if you can pull this one up here. Let's pull up a couple more. I'm on your side in regard to this. I don't get paid unless we get property sold. So for us, it's just I'm going to bat for you here. So just 1 second. Yeah, and then the one on Lincoln. Did you see that one? Are you by a computer?
I'm not.
Oh, okay, because I have
No.
one on 45.
But I'm familiar with Lincoln. The one that you're talking about is probably the one right next to the cemetery.
Yeah, and that was also newer flooring throughout the whole house. All the bedrooms have flooring. Does yours have a basement as well?
Yes. Actually, the largest bedroom is in the basement.
Is there an egress window?
There is.
Perfect. Okay. And what kind of flooring is in the basement?
It's just carpeting over top of concrete. It's like indoor carpeting.
Okay. And is that carpet in so good condition, or does that need to be replaced as well?
It could probably be torn out, replaced. Yeah.
Torn out, replace. Okay. Just look here.
I tell you what, I got something I got to take care of. How about you do what you do and give me a call back?
Sure. How much? It won't take me long here. I'm just waiting to get the approval back from the team. Maybe like 15, 20 minutes. Is that okay?
Sure, sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Amber.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Wah, wah, wah.
Hey, don't diss. All right. You need to help out here.
You need help out here.
The numbers are
Louis,
tight.
I fucking love you, bro. Just that reaction was perfect. Guys, if you couldn't tell, Louis definitely from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Hey, this lady's from Upper Michigan. It's funny, we related right away. This house is privately. You want 200, and the thing that I'm seeing is that there's a lot of properties here that sold for 215. She knows her number, but if the whole house, I can just imagine what it looks like. And there's houses that have been selling here for like, 215, 216. There's a 250 a 250 sold in about 45 days. But a 297, those are active. A 240 sold. There's not enough in this squeeze here, man. I need to get her right at like 190.
Wait, send me to Addie, bro.
I'll do it right now. Don't worry, I'm gonna lock that one up this evening. That one's a good one. That's RVM is 550 and the guy wants 390. Just have to talk it over with his wife. Yeah, I'm putting it in the private chat. House at Wabash in Detroit. No, it's on the other side of Michigan. It's Upper Michigan. Here's the address. You guys tell me what the numbers are like.
Is this cash or novation?
Novation. Cash wouldn't work for sure. She owes 150-ish. I can see it here. Maybe a little bit less.
Which
She
one's
wants
200K?
200. Yeah.
So there's one on Bluff Street for 164 that's listed right now, I think. No, this one sold for 164 fully as is. But this was like nice. Like this wasn't like a shit box.
Well, right. That's exactly what I looked at. I looked at a couple of those, and I wasn't even going to bring that up to her.
Yeah, this was listed for sale and it sold in 3 months. It sold in September. So
too long.
Okay. So that one
Too long.
I think like that one might hurt you a little bit, but then there's one that sold for $249, the one that sold for $345.
That's the price I would put it at. I would put this on market at $39.99. Like it would be $239.99.
$239.99. You're at 200. Is there enough room there?
Well, no, because if the people want me to replace the carpet or the flooring, anything that happens to the property for renovation, they won't give me. It won't be enough.
That's what I'm trying to say. So if you did it at 239, is there enough for you to put any of that work into it and still make money? I feel like you're going to lose money on this.
I would. I cannot get it at 200. I got to get it like
You got to
190.
be at like one. I'd say 180 just to make it fucking safe.
So with this, basically, yeah, like 180 is probably target. I mean, what does she think that it's going to sell for open market? Did she tell you that?
No, she tried to give me the whole I'm going to just keep it as a rental, but I know she's not. She lives down in Lower Michigan. She's already been in the system for approximately a month, so I already know that she's spoken to other people. And we kind of reiterated the fact that everyone's given her a cash price of 120. I said, you're probably getting offers at 120. She's like, yeah. And I said, so, I tried to pitch her on a little bit of the novation, but I'm going to swing back at her in a minute. And I'm going to say, hey, listen, if any of my buyers want to buy this at that price, I'm going to have to replace the flooring. And I already told that flooring alone for that property is probably looking at around $7,500.
What's the address?
It's in the private chat, the one on Bluff.
Because I re-entered, I don't have the history.
I resent it.
Yeah.
Let me look at this shit too.
I've done a lot in Michigan. I've never heard of this city.
It's Upper Michigan. It's on my side. It's the upper.
Oh, okay.
Upper.
Yeah, I
That's your side?
have a house that I sold in UP.
Bro, I'm looking at the map of Michigan. I didn't even know Michigan did this.
Yeah, it's up like near Canada.
Yeah, there's like the part that's like it like fucking like ends. It looks like the state literally, the state ends. There's a highway that goes across it, and then there's this big ass piece of land that touches Wisconsin.
It's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful up there.
I have a house in White Pine that I had a sick deal on up there.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is that? You guys are saying,
Dude, it's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot house on a half-acre lot. I got it for $8,000, and then I resold it to somebody on terms, $10K down, $55K financed for 9% for 30 years. So it's literally all profit. I'm getting $550 a month for the next 30 years.
Jesus.
There's like $110,000 profit on an $8,000 swag with my money back.
That ain't bad at all.
Mm-hmm. No, the ROI.
Deals we like. Nelson, are you not in the admin account still?
I'm probably not. I probably need to send me the login and I'll be in there.
Send me the login.
So, whatever you need.
She bought Bluff as a rental.
Jealous, dude. I
no?
want to be in there.
No. This is her primary residence. She's actually down in the Lower Michigan for work. She left this house. It's vacant right now. But just based on her tonality, that flooring, it's all going to have to be replaced.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I would essentially ask her, and I don't know if you covered it, but I mean, what did she do as far as renovations?
Yeah, she didn't do much.
So that's what I would hinge on. I'd be like, look, all due respect, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an investor. The property's got to make sense. I know that you want to make some money, and I think that there's a win-win here. Like, I need the thing for 180. I can see you bought it for 152,500 3 years ago. I'm essentially paying you 30% more than you bought it, net cash in your pocket with, I guess, it would be 20%. I'm sorry, 20% more than what you bought it for. So, I mean, you basically live there for 4 years. You're making 20% on it. It's net, it's cash. There's no hassle. There's no what are you going to get, when are you going to get it, mystery that happens when you list it. But yeah, to capitalize and get 30K, for 4 years, I mean, is a huge upside. It's like you can rent it, but you think it's in bad condition now. Just wait until the renters are done with the place.
Only downside I'm seeing is there is an active for 230 that's gonna absolutely kill your fucking deal though.
I know that.
Unless
I
you
see it
actually
already.
do those floors. If you do those floors, then you're right. That's probably what would make the difference. But you have one at 220 and one at fucking 230. The one at 220 is a little bit smaller though. But I can't. Is this a? No, this isn't a condo. This is a house.
Single family.
The one at 220 is kind of fucking nice though. Wait, is this a duplex or you have a single, right?
No, it's a single family. It's a 4-bedroom. So they added another bedroom. Most of these houses that ranch that look just like this are 3-1s around 1,500 square feet. But you can actually see that she put an extra bedroom down in the basement. So she put an extra bedroom, extra bathroom, and then she added the 200 some square feet in the basement. So I would want to see some pictures of it because who knows how they actually did that.
I'd use those 220 and 230 against her and be like, look, even if you listed it on the market, these ones have been sitting and they're not selling at 220, which means I can't even sell mine if yours at fucking 220.
Well, here's another big thing. Can I share my screen or no?
No, you don't want to give us you don't want to put the address out there.
Yeah, the address out there. That's the fucking.
Well, this does not have the address on it. Here, let me drop it in the chat. But basically, I like using Redfin. If you go and you type in like the city or even the zip code and you type in market trends, it'll have this. So, I mean, home prices did go up. It says basically year over year, 150%. Average is 31 days on market, but there's only 3 homes that have sold in this tracks for the last 12 months. So I would basically, unless you can find other comps and unsubstantiate this, I would be like, look, there's only 3 homes in that whole city that have sold in the last year, right? Turnover is super low. I'm pretty sure this place probably has a super small population as well. So you can hinge on that and just start to like, throw the negatives in that way. Yeah, the population is 1,000. So
I threw at her 425 Wabash, which is a 4.2, and that one sold for 215. June 17th of this year. So I was like, listen, this one is a lot nicer. Everything's done on it. Brand new garage. It looks like a nice flip. I mean, brand new countertops. And she wasn't budging. So I'm just going to let her marinate for a minute because she already went through this is nice, bro. It's got shaker cabinets. It's got decent flooring.
And what was the address on that one?
Oh, here, let me put it in the chat.
Is it active, you said?
No, it's sold.
Interesting. Okay.
There it is. So you can see it. And this is what I'm basing my shit off of with her. Just say, hey, listen, look at this house. Like, very well maintained. I mean, nice and clean. Stainless steel. I mean, appliances. I mean, nice house, bro. This is a nice house.
Yeah, I would say if you can, get her in front of the computer. You know what I'm saying? Like have her actually sit and look through them.
Yeah, that's the very, very Rich Wonder method. Did you see what I said there? I said, are you in front of a computer where you can take a look at this?
Mm-hmm. No, it's funny because I don't even watch Rich for his sales technique, honestly. Like I joined Rainmaker when it was 1.0. I didn't really even do the full course, but I mean, he definitely has a genuine style. So I could see us aligning.
Yeah, that's my boy. He actually did my first novation about 5 years ago when he was working with Corey Geary before he got the. Now we joke with him because I told him that I gave him that name because that's like making it rain because we always say Rainmaker.
Yeah, I was at his birthday party some odd months back.
Oh, at his house? Yeah, I wasn't able to make it. I think I had some hockey stuff going on.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
That's awesome. He's going to do another one. I introduced Joey to him last year at Kyle Long's event.
Nice.
Yeah, Rich is the fucking boy. And the king of novations. Fuck. I got to get better at my novation pitch. That's what I was telling Louis the other day. I am too good of a closer to not having more novations on the board right now.
I don't do many, bro. I don't do many. But and I don't know what his pitch is now. Like I know that he previously was the equity protection program. I typically call it like our retail investment program. I think equity protection is a little like weird because I mean you're kind of taking some equity. You know, it's not necessarily like you're protecting us. So I was like, I don't know. Like it's a weird way to like phrase it. I almost feel like it's a bait and switch. If someone was to sue you and they're like they called it equity protection, and the court's like, well, you took 60 grand. It's like how do you
No. Equity protection is not. That's not Rich's. That's Eric Brewer's.
Oh, word. Okay. See, I was gonna say I don't follow him
Yeah.
too close. I thought he was using that for a little while because I heard that floating around. And I was just like, that's
No, that's what everyone else is using, but no, that's not his. That's not him at all.
Wait, the
Yeah,
equity
he doesn't use
protection
it at all.
program?
that's so. I guess
That's
someone
Eric
else would
Brewer's.
use. I call it the retail investment program, and basically, I flip it and explain to them. I'm like, look, like we're gonna buy and flip a house, right? That's normal. That's normal, which means we buy it, we put in the finishes, we try to sell it, and we're hoping that they like our finishes. What we want to do is we want to give them the opportunity to basically customize the property. We're going to give them a budget. That way they can pick the color of the cabinets, the floor, the walls. They know they're getting into exactly what they want. They save because they don't have to remodel it once it's flipped. It's all rolled into their loan. Everybody wins, you know? So that way when they see on the HUD that you're making X amount, I'm like, obviously that's, you know, profit and budget. Like we're not here to work for free. And some of that's going back into budget for making the necessary stuff. So then there's no question of why, you know, you're getting 60K. You've kind of already prepped for that. So
That makes it a hell of a lot fucking easier. That's like a flat fee listing when you got to be like, yeah, I mean, that's part of the construction cost that we're raising the money for. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
you're not.
That's what I'm saying. Well, but again, it's the finesse, right? So you prep them for that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, again, I kind of came up with my own thing. So I don't know if that's like in line with what his pitch is or not.
It's more of I do it more of as a partnership. You know, we're gonna work together to get this thing sold. I'm gonna do everything to battle to get this thing to the closing table, and anything in between, I'm gonna take care of for you.
Give me 1 sec. I gotta grab this. Is one of my novations actually. It's listener now.
Yeah, this one is. Ooh. Yeah, dude, that cannot be 200. There's just no way. Just no way. Especially if it needs new flooring, I bet you it looks like shit. I need to get her in the 185, max 190, but I have to be in the 180s for sure. Especially if I'm gonna have to go in there and do some work to it. All right, so I got another scenario for you guys. You tell me what you would do with this one. This is a call, Joey, one of your leads from yesterday. This lady has a property down in Florida. She has it listed right now for $550. I can probably get it for $480. She's willing to do like seller finance on it. No HOA. I tell her we could probably come in with, you know, with little to 5% down maximum. And she's okay with it. I just need to figure out an exit strategy in regards of someone that wants to do it. And it sits on a lake too. I can send you guys the address.
Send it over.
It would not work as a novation. Obviously, it's already listed, so that's not going to work. You guys have any buyers in West Virginia? West Virginia.
Not that I know.
West Virginia, what part? Please don't tell me
Scarborough.
Charleston.
Or no, hold on. Beckley. Oh, This is the max offer for this lady. And I had that 6 o'clock today. Nelson, you quiet today, bro.
I'm trying to get all my slides ready for our webinar tomorrow. So I'm working on webinar slides. I'm also
You doing the
trying
local?
to get. What's up?
You doing the local RIA?
No. Me, Joey, and Ken are doing an online webinar tomorrow. So I'm getting those slides in order, using this time to bust that out.
God
Oh, nice.
damn it, I have to do some slides, don't I, Nelson?
No, I'm doing. I was actually just literally why he said that. I was I just got through doing mine. Because there's literally, I went to the site that did like AI. I went to ChatGPT, took that to this other site, and it made the web thing. But for
The
yours, I
Prezi?
think what I'm gonna do is just let you do like a "Who are you" section, and then just cover acquisitions from like the whole thing.
So fuck, guys, I gotta get out of here. I got our fucking bed just got delivered, so we just got a new bed for my lower back to try to heal it quicker. Yeah, be careful the mattresses you guys sleep on. Like if you have bad backs, guys, even if you don't have a bad back, you could turn to one. Because fucking, like, think about it. You sleep for 8 hours a night in one position. If your mattress sucks, you're fucked.
Hey Joy, I'm gonna send you over just like a slide with like I'll make one, but I'll just send it to you. Where just gonna be a slide of some things to cover for acquisitions, so that you can just kind of have some talking points.
You send it over, and I'll edit it up and do what we got to do with it.
All right.
Let me. Amor, ¿esta persona suben ahora? ¿Sí? Here, give me 2 seconds, guys. I don't think I have to go. Just give me 2 seconds.
I need the login for the admin. Who has that?
You have it in your email.
I didn't get that email.
Type in StreamYard on your email. I promise it's somewhere. It's probably in
You
junk.
got 8. Let's see. Stream.
It's at the Hello Newly email.
Don't forget, I've got a bunch of invites.
Wait.
Oh, you're just now sending it? Okay.
No, I've been sent it. Nada. We're trying to make Nelson an admin, guys, and give him some privileges out here. He just fucks it up.
Much appreciate it.
I don't feel appreciated right now, Nelson.
You left him down below for too long. Now he's not.
Yeah, now I don't know what to do.
Literally. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me just go check out my wife and see where this fucking mattress is.
You tell me where you see it at.
Can we share the screen?
I did. Did you not? Do you not see it?
To the stage?
You can. It's just all your emails. It's all it is. Where is it at? I don't have it.
This shit's blurry as a motherfucker. Type in StreamYard admin. Nothing.
I was forgotten about.
No, I 100% added you. Let me leave the studio. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Oh, you're good, brother. I'll be right here. I ain't going nowhere.
Nelson, check your fucking email.
All right.
We just got this shit now.
Troy, I wish you can. Did you see how I was switching you guys when you guys were talking? I wish you could. I wish it did it naturally, kind of like Zoom.
Wait, say that again, Lou?
I was switching you guys when you guys were. I was toggling you guys when you guys were talking earlier, you and Kyle.
Yeah, that was elite.
But I wish it would do it naturally. Every time you talk, it would just throw you to the top.
Shanghai Yang.
Oh, and here's that lady.
935.
About the seller finance deal.
Perfect.
Say hi.
Hello, hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Good.
I just wondering if you have a document I can look at one for 50,000, 500,000 for 490,000 is fine. I wanted to learn about your process.
Yeah. I was actually talking to my team here in regards of your situation with your property. I just want to make sure that we're going to be the right fit going forward. Once I do that and I have everything, then I was going to put something in writing for you and send it over so you can take a look at it.
Yes, I wanted to learn. Maybe something works for me. Also, I can, if reasonable, I can do the same thing with the 20280 in one land. I can do that one.
You have another property as well?
Yeah, that's the one originally you texted me. But it's, I text you.
All right.
That's the one originally you texted me, but I said it's right now it's a rental. So I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, if that works, I can just directly without do anything, just sell to you. This is the original one you texted me.
Oh yeah, that's right. And you said you have the renter in there for that one, right?
Right.
Okay.
So if reasonable, I can do both with you.
The same way?
So
You would be doing both of them on kind of the seller finance as well?
No, not the seller finance.
Okay.
You said it's called a rental to something. Yesterday you told me something like Airbnb 3 to 6 months, then I sell to you, something like that.
Oh, you're talking about the lease with the lease option to buy, right?
Right. I don't understand completely. I wanted to learn how the things work. What's your company's name, sir? I can look at your website to learn. Before you send me the document, so I hope I can reduce my headache. I can do both with you.
Yeah. So what were you looking at for the one on Concerto? What were you looking for this one? What was the price on that one again?
Oh, that one, some taxpayer like before I rent out, they give me 520,000. Right now, I can give you that house is more expensive than Ponta Gorda. Almost the same square feet or things, but the Ponta Gorda is better a lot. That one I can give you 500,000.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I see you bought it for 459 a couple years ago, and that's a 3-bedroom, right?
Right.
And then how much longer are the renters there? Your tenants? How much longer are they there?
They were lease expired November 13th.
So this year of November.
Yes.
And what are they currently paying you a month right now?
3,000.
They're paying you 3,000. Okay. And is there a mortgage still on this property?
No mortgage.
So both of the properties you have are paid in full.
Right.
Okay. And are you looking to put these proceeds into 1031 exchange, or are you looking at what are you trying to do with the proceeds? Are you trying to buy more investment properties?
I will build a house in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Where in North Carolina are you looking to go?
It's in Boss Peak. Boss Peak. Do you know Boss Peak?
Well, yeah.
Wow, you know, it's near Forest City. In the middle of Asheville and Charlotte, in the middle, kind of.
Now, does that property on Conservative, does that property need anything as far as to get it up to market standards, or is it ready to go?
It's ready to go. Or maybe I need to change, clean the carpet. Need to clean. The carpet was upgraded. Maybe need to clean the carpet. That's all. The house was nicely renovated. I have a picture taking. I did the same thing. I put it on the market for 3-4 months. For a while, I forget how long. Then my realtor told me, someone really wanted to buy, wanted to live there. Then they might be going to buy. But this, I asked the renter, they cannot afford. They said they don't have a down payment. They struggle on paying the rent. But they are very nice. They like a couple of days later, they put give me a later fee. So they are nice people. They always pay, but always not always. Like 1/3 of the time they late. Then said, sorry, I will be late in due days. I will pay your later fee. So that's what they told me. I said, do you consider to buy? And they said we don't have a down payment. So that's why I thought that if that's the case, I can sell to you. Then
Yeah.
I have no headache.
Now I see that it's sitting on water as well. Very similar to your other property, and almost looks the same, right? Looks like you built these, right?
Actually, that lot I only paid how much I paid for the lot? 30,000 for the lot. But this lot in Korean, I paid 100,000 for the lot. This much better lot. It's a very prestigious location. This one actually better, but the vendor is more convenient. That people like to buy there. You know. So, but I can do both with you if something is reasonable, and I can reduce my headache.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, I mean, it looks like the market went down a little bit from from last year, quite a bit in this area as well. So I mean, I don't even know if that 500 is going to work. I mean, can you work off of the 500 at all if we're able to come in and pick up both properties?
Sorry, say it again, sir.
The market went down a little bit more, right? So for us to purchase this property at the 500, it might be a little bit tough for us to do that. Is there a range we can work off of the 500 where we can make both properties work? Could we do a little bit better than 500 on this one?
Yeah, we can do the same price.
So we can do what 480?
Yeah, 485. 485.
485?
Yeah, 485 is okay. Because I said the 490, you said the 480, so we cut in the middle for both.
Okay. Okay. Well, with this one, we would obviously have to honor that lease that's in there right now until November, correct?
Right, November 13th. I can send you the pictures when I did the staging on that house. If you can email me so I can send you some information there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Please email me. You have my email. Email me your company. I can learn about your how do you do the lease to own or something. So I just wanted to learn how do you proceed with me 3 months to 6 months, what you said.
Okay. Now, are the people going to be out there November 1st are going to be out?
November 13th.
November 13th. Okay. So if I do this,
it's another hard. They used to think to buy a house, buy the one. They really love my house. And they eventually they said, "Oh, we don't have a down payment."
I got you. I got you. Throughout the process when you had it on the market last year, what was the feedback that you were getting from everyone?
Everyone said it's beautiful. It's very hot, elegant, nice interior decorated. But they said the market going down more. They wait for better deal.
Yeah, I see you have, I mean, you have some nice amenities. You have a clubhouse, pool, gym, spa, and all that too. What's your HOA fee a month here?
HOA was just 200, 240, about 240. I forgot.
I have here 282. Does that sound about right?
Not that much. Let me check. At my bank should say. Do you want me check or do you want me email you later?
What's that? I'm sorry. Yeah, you can check right now. That's fine. I got a little bit of time. Go ahead.
Okay. If you have a time, I'm checking. I just paid a couple of days ago HOA, so I will divide by 3. They pay quarterly.
Okay.
See all transactions. Renton 767 divided by 3.
What is it again?
767 divided by 3. So 265. 256, you see. Quarterly 767.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm looking right now, and I mean, if I were to give this to one of my capital partners, they're
Okay.
485 might be cutting it close, but if I can work something out with both of the properties, it can make probably something happen here.
Right. I checked some of Mark, real estate report. Also, I see the Zillow in last 30 days price increase, and the some report said most house under 500 has higher potential to be sold easier.
Okay. Just 1 second here.
Okay. If you have a time, would you mind texting me your website and the name of the way so I can study?
Yeah, I'll send everything over for you shortly here. I just want to get some more information about this property so to see if we're the right fit.
Okay, sure.
You guys are seeing this right now?
We're seeing it and hearing it. Are you talking about the deal?
Yeah. So
I think she's.
I mean,
Is it for
she had it
two
listed
houses
for,
or is this for one?
this is for just one. She has another one that we talked yesterday about.
So this one
lease
is
option.
worth 500 grand. Like, there's one that sold for 475. There's one that sold for 552. One that sold for 5, and one that sold for 535. So I feel like it's one of those ones like we're in the. Let's go in the subdivision really quick too, and see what we'd be competing against. There's one listed for 500 on the dot right now. To 3-2. We have a 4-2. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong address again. Well, no, we have a 3-2 as well. This is 2098. Theirs is 19. So this is the same exact model. Yeah, literally.
This one's on the water though.
Model. What do you mean?
This is waterfront. It's on the water.
Like,
I don't know what kind of water. Yeah, it's waterfront.
The water no, but this is like a little pond.
Yeah,
no, this isn't on the water.
Yeah. I don't know if they filled that in, but if you look at the pictures, it looks like it's all wooded. But then if you look at the listing from go on PropStream. You have PropStream?
Wait, but I'm in the. Hold on a second, bro. It's 2280, right? I see what you're talking about. It's on a channel.
Yeah.
What was it listed at?
570.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, in this neighborhood, right? Which one is this? North Veterans? Did I say it right? Let me just make sure I'm in the right subdivision. It's right in front of 777. Yes, sir. Blue Huron Park. Yeah,
Just 1
so
second.
this
I'm
is
just
the
doing some
subdivision.
information.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, dude, there's one listed.
My community is a better community, little more expensive than other areas. The best one is Island Walk. Second one is Renton. It's my house location.
So there's one that's listed fully turnkey for 525.
The biggest thing right now is that we see a few houses on market right now that are very similar to yours. There's one on 11786 Siston Lane. That one's $499 right now.
495.
There's one here on Siston that's $499.
What's the number?
It's 11786
117.
Sistine, Sistine Lane.
There's another one for $4.99 on Symphony Place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in my community. 499.
Yeah, they're all in your community. So, I mean, that seller's probably going to be netting closer to the 440, 430 range. If they sell it at that price, and it's still active, so I'm assuming that's. And then there's another one that was for 449 that just canceled. They just canceled last month, June 24th. So yeah, the market's it's not really improving. I mean, I don't know where you see that on Zillow, but it's not improving yet in that area.
Oh.
So I'd have to be at like 450.
Zillow said I checked my house the price. They said increase the bank 5 or 10%, 5% or 3% something. Yeah, this house is smaller than mine.
Guys, I gotta hop off. I got my meeting with Brandis, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Love y'all.
All right, man. I'll hop off as well. So I'll let Louis close this thing out.
Let's get it, bro.
All right, brothers. I'll holler at y'all.
It's okay.
Yeah, it is smaller. And the location